You're watching Samwelb12.
All right. Thanks, Wendell. Thanks, Dougie. It is great to be here. Welcome in to the Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Boston Bruins. Again, a big thank you to Wendell Clark and Doug Gilmore helping us out with our intros. The boys from back in the day. Oh, so sweet. It was so great, especially to hang out with Wendell Clark a little bit the other day. More to come on that, but welcome in, everybody. It is the Samwelb12 Experience. My name is Sam, and we are here for the Maple Leafs and the Boston Bruins. This is going to be a fun one tonight. It's going to be a party. What's up, Luna? How's it going? Welcome in. Karen and Ken, good to see you. Justin, hello there. Welcome in. Russell, Morgan, how's it going? Honkin, what's up? Welcome in. Hockey from home, good to see you. Daniel Barry, welcome in. Hey there, Billy. Hello, good to see you. Kathleen, welcome in. Lisa, hey there. James, welcome in, everybody. What a game we have. We all know Toronto and Boston go way back with their rivalry, and they're going to do it up again. Alfredo, how's it going? Alan in the house, welcome in. Hey there, Kareem, good to see you. Welcome in, everybody. As you are coming in, do what you got to do. Hit those likes for us. Smash those likes. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you do hit that subscribe. Hey, James, how's it going? Thank you for those gifts. James kicking us off. Hey, Shane, welcome in. Welcome to the fun. Let's put the spectacles on here because, man, the old eyes are getting tired. Well, welcome to the party, boy. Boston and Toronto, the Bruins and the Maple Leafs. They're going to go toe-to-toe, and let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the starting lineups for tonight's game. Hey, sweet, welcome in. Diana, how's it going? Good to see you both. Here we go, the starters for the Boston Bruins. The Bruins, by the way, 9-7-0 at this point. Coming into the game, it's going to be Morgan Geekie, one of the NHL's leading scorers. We're going to talk about him in just a little bit. We got Merritt Kuznetsov, who I'm never going to pronounce right all season long. Hey there, Larry. Welcome in, B. Disney. They're going to be playing with David Pasternak. On the second line, Victor Arvidsson with Pavel Zacha and ex-Maple Leaf Alex Steeves. Steeves, a big chip on his shoulder, looking to prove that he can play in this league. On the third line, it's going to be Kastelik, Tanner Jeannot, and another ex-Maple Leaf with a big chip on his shoulder, Fraser Minton. Of course, Minton looking to show that he can play as well. Vial is going to be with Curley and Isamont on the fourth. For the D, it's going to be Zadorov with Henry Jukaharlu, which, again, another name we'll say a million different ways tonight. Hampus Lindholm is going to be with Andrew Peakey, Mason Lohrei with Jonathan Asprot. And getting the start tonight, it's expected to be none other than Jeremy Swayman. The Sway going to get it going. No Charlie McAvoy. He did not make the trip. He is back in Boston. For the Maple Leafs going 8-5-1 at this point. It's going to be Matthew Nyes with Austin Matthews and Big Willie Styles, William Nylander. Hey there, Lala, what's going on? Welcome in, Jaggers. Good to see you. Skittled, welcome in as well. And I see everybody's kind of figured out how to update their names there. So awesome. Nice to see things getting back in order. Official Munchie Magic, welcome in. All right, so we got Nyes, Matthews, and Nylander. Bobby McMahon going to be with John Tavares and Nicky Robertson. Then we got Dakota Joshua with Nick Waugh and Matthias Michelli. And then on the fourth line, Steven Lorentz with Scotty Lawton and Max Domi. On the D side, it's going to be Morgan Riley paired up with Brendan Carlo. We got Oliver Ekman-Larsson with Jake McCabe, Simon Benoit, and Philippe Myers. And getting the start tonight, it's going to be Anthony Stolarz. Backing him up tonight is going to be Dennis Hildeby backing him up. Joey Wall has returned to the team. He's going to be getting a start in the Marlies, getting a little rehab stint in, going to work his way up, a couple of starts with the Marlies before we see Joseph Wall back up here. And of course, Primu, who was backing up for us, he was put on waivers. He was picked up by the Carolina Hurricanes. So Primu, thank you for your service and good luck in Carolina. Kelly Yarncroc is a healthy scratch, as is Sammy Blais, Dakota Mermis, and of course, Caden Primu, we said, has been waived. Chris Tanev still out with that upper body injury. So that is the lineup for the Maple Leafs. here tonight. So welcome in. Hey there, Morgan. Welcome in. I wanted to make sure, did I miss anybody? I don't think I missed anybody, but welcome in. Thank you for joining us here tonight. Again, just a reminder, hit that like button for us. It helps us so much. Hey there, James. Welcome in. Hit that like button for us. All right, over the last 5 games, Charlie McAvoy has been one of the top Boston Bruins players, so he's certainly going to be one that is missed. He had 6 points. Matty Knives, however, our boy Matty Knives, getting it done, 8 points in his last 5 games, 5 of those being assists. Austin Matthews, 3 goals in his last 5. AM34 certainly heating up as well. Morgan Geekie, 3 goals in his last 5 as well. Coming into this one, both teams on a little bit of a hot streak right now. Hey, Isabel, welcome in. The worst, I'm a Bruins fan, but I'm a Canadian and a Blue Jays fan. Hope Swayman keeps the streak. Oh, Isabel, so torn, so torn. Welcome in. What's your favorite jersey for the Toronto Maple Leafs? I like this one. I like this one right now. It is kind of my go-to favorite. All right, the Bruins, as Isabel mentioned, on a bit of a streak right now. They're 6-4-0 in their last 10. They've won 5 in a row, beating Ottawa, the Islanders, Carolina, Buffalo, well, in the Islanders for a second time. The Maple Leafs, over their last 10, they are 6-3-1 with a 3-game win streak coming in tonight, winning 4 of their last 5 with wins coming over Utah, Pittsburgh, Philly, and Calgary. The only loss in their last 5 to the Columbus Blue Jackets, but we won't talk about that one. Hey there, Davey boy. Welcome in. Welcome. The goaltenders, Anthony Stolarz, it's been a rocky start for him, up and down. He's having to fight his own battles. He is 6-4-1 with a 3.11 goals against and an 8.95 save percentage. We want to see that one a little bit better. Jeremy Swayman, on the other hand, he's 5-4-0 with a 3.10 goals against and an 8.97. So very comparative numbers to Anthony Stolarz. The power play, this has been Toronto's weak spot. They are almost last in the league. They're 31st at 11.8%. Boston is up to 13th at 20.8%. Penalty kill, they're tied at 10th. Toronto and Boston both at 83.3%. The Leafs continue to do a great job in the face-off, winning about 54.9%. Boston is right there with them neck and neck as they win 54.1%. So these two teams on paper right now, very, very close. They are both playing very, very solid hockey. Hey, Sonny, welcome in. Welcome to the fun. Thank you, Isabel, for hitting that follow. Much appreciated. Now, when we look at a game like this, one of the things we have to look at is who's officiating. Which officials are going to be calling the penalties tonight, because it matters. We got Kyle Raymond and Brendan Baldina with the stripes tonight. On the lines, it's going to be Bevan Mills and Mark Shuchuk. They are going to be calling the icings and the offsides, but Brendan Bladina and Kyle Raymond going to be your officials here tonight. We're going to see what kind of a job they're going to do. Hopefully it is going to be a good one. When we take a look at the Boston Bruins as a whole, David Pasternak, you got to watch out for him. Cypress, thank you for the heart. Official Munchie, thank you for the rose. Appreciate that. No way. I love Michael. This is the best. This is absolutely the best. Hey, Devin, welcome in. Good to see you. So David Pasternak, have to watch out for him. Pasta is lethal. He is absolutely incredible. 18 points in 16 games. Pavel Zacha right behind him, 14 points in 16, followed by Geekie, who's got 13 in 16. Geekie has 10 goals coming in to tonight, which is pretty darn good. For the Maple Leafs, however, it's been the Willie Nylander show. Hey, Canadian guy up north, how's it going? And Memagu, welcome in. Thank you for the heart. Willie Nylander, while he hasn't been scoring a ton, he's got 6 goals in 11 games, which is pretty good, but he's done it quietly in most of it of recent games. He's got 20 points. Nylander, 20 points in the 11 games he's played. He missed a few due to injury. He is a +8. Matthew Nyes, he's got 18 points in 14 games, as does John Tavares. And Johnny T with 7 goals as well. Your captain, Austin Matthews, only 12 points in 14 games. However, 8 goals, which is good to see. Good to see Matthews scoring, which is a really, really nice touch. He kind of had me worried a little bit. Had me worried. Just a touch. So those are kind of the hot hands, the players to watch all the stats going into tonight. This is the first of 3 between Boston and Toronto, and 2 of them are going to be back-to-back. They play tonight and again on Tuesday on Remembrance Day. They're going to be playing together in Boston. Their third matchup comes towards the end of the season, March 24th. Now, it is something we should take a look at when we talk about the standings here. The Leafs off to a rocky start, and there are some creators out there that made a big deal about how, well, it was a rocky start and how the Leafs were not going to be a playoff team and the Leafs were going to disappear and yada, 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 yada. Well, all of those people's tunes have changed very quickly over the last couple. So we always talk about how Leaf fans are hot and cold on this team while the media is just the same. 755, what's going on? Wanted the Ticats to win. Did they lose? Did the Ticats lose? I wasn't able to catch the game tonight. Hey there, Terry. Welcome in. Thank you, Luna, for subbing up. We appreciate it. But this team, man, we get on them. Oh, Function, thank you so much for the Galaxy. Function, I appreciate that so very much. Dropping the Galaxy in, much appreciated. The Alouettes won. Unbelievable. I can't believe it. I'll have to go back and watch the highlights. Hey, Brian, how's it going? I thought the Ticats were going all the way this year. I really, really did. Wow, I'm a little shocked at that one. I do like a little Formula One. I don't watch it religiously, but I do enjoy some racing. Absolutely. Let's go Bruins. Be in the house wants those Bruins to take it over. Hey, Jared, how's it going? May the best team win. Yes, indeed. And it was a great series. Absolutely, Jared. It certainly was. Yeah, Justin, that's what I thought it was going to be. It's a busy day today, too. A lot of games tonight. That's right. Lots going on. So we talk about everybody jumping on the Leafs and how our Leaf fans, we're hot and cold on this team. But you know what? Part of the reason I think Leaf fans are hot and cold on this team is because most of the big names in the media are hot and cold on this team. When they're losing, boy, oh boy, they turn on them real fast. And as soon as they're winning, well, they turn right around and they're like, I love this team. They're the best. You know that we're even Steven all the way down. We'll tell it like it is. When they suck, we'll tell you they suck and we'll tell you why. When they're hot and they're winning, we'll tell you why. When we're wrong, we will own it and we'll live up to it. We do not make excuses here. All right, taking a look at the standings in the Atlantic Division. Toronto has jumped up to 4th in the Atlantic. They're 1 point behind Boston and Detroit. Montreal still hanging on to that top spot in the Atlantic Division. And so with a win today, they can be right back up in there. But as it was said in the chat, there's a lot of games on the schedule. Hockey night in Canada, Saturday night, the best night for hockey. And we're ready to go. Hey, Dave, welcome in. Dave, hope everything is going on out there. Wishing you all the best. Hey, Sweet, welcome in. Did a soft schedule so far. No road trip. They've had some road games. They haven't been at home the whole time, but it is going to be a big one. Jamal, the skate was amazing yesterday. The skate was absolutely fantastic. We had a great time. We're going to post a little short over the next couple days. We're just editing it together. So it is going to be, it was great. If you caught our live stream yesterday from the Scotiabank Arena, it was so much fun. You'll know what I'm talking about. If you did not catch our live stream yesterday, make sure to go and watch it. It's only like 6 minutes or so. We only went short for live for a short period of time, but it was awesome. We got a lot of footage we're going to be putting together. And most importantly, where is it? Hang on one sec. We did something a little crazy yesterday. We did something a little crazy as we're getting ready for the game tonight. We purchased from the Maple Leafs and Real Sports a treasure box, a treasure chest. And in this treasure chest was an autographed jersey, an autographed puck, and an autographed picture. And so I'm not going to tell you tonight who's in here. You're going to have to wait for the video. We're editing it. We're putting it together. But, man, did we hit somebody big? Did we get some big names? Or did we strike out and really not happy with what we got? You will have to wait to watch the video to find out. I will not spoil it for you. Hey, Richard, welcome in. Good to see you. Antonio, how's it going? Welcome in. So it was pretty special. Same question. How you feel about the Canadian jerseys for the Olympics? I don't mind them. Ryder, thank you for the follow. NFLD, I'm not going to disclose that. It was enough. Yeah, I don't mind the jerseys, Jared. I don't mind the Olympic jerseys. I know it's a bit of a stretch from what we typically see, but I think they're nice. I think they're all right. It took me a little bit to get used to and grow on it. And if you haven't seen them, we'll see if we can get a picture at intermission, and we'll put it up and we can discuss it a little bit later on this evening. But we're getting set for the Bruins and the Maple Leafs hockey night in Canada, and we're just waiting for them to come back. Hall of Fame game tonight. Some big names being inducted into the NHL Hall of Fame, and it is so exciting. Oh man, anytime we get a chance to see some of these folks come in and get inducted, man, it kind of puts a smile on my face. I don't know about you all, but it puts a smile on my face. Some of the names, well, Brianna Decker, she's phenomenal. Zdeno Chara, you all know Zdeno Chara. Duncan Keith, big, great defenseman. One of my personal favorites, spent some time in Toronto, Alexander McGillney, going to be going into the Hall of Fame. So is jumping Joe Thornton with all of that beard, and then Jennifer Botterill. So some big names, Joe Thornton, Alex McGillney, my two favorites of this roster going into the Hall of Fame. So some great names. It is so good to see. And man, so awesome. Every time we get the new list of inductees, it's pretty good. Hey there, Jeff. Welcome in. Oh man, and what's up, Jack? How's it going? Good to see you. PK, hello, or PFK. You bought a Blue Jays hat. You got the hat. Nice. I did. I finally found the t-shirt. It took me a while. I couldn't find it online, but I was able to get that t-shirt. NFLD, it cost a lot. I'm not gonna lie, it cost a pretty penny, but I'm not gonna disclose the actual amount, but it certainly was enough. And you'll have to see when we post the video, what did we get? Did we get a good hit inside, or did we not? But it was a lot of fun to open. I had a great time doing it. I can't wait to post the video, hoping to be able to do that in the next day or so. But we got a hockey game and a hockey practice tomorrow, so not sure if I'm going to be able to get that one out for y'all. Now, talking about tonight, the Bruins and the Maple Leafs. We know the storied traditions. We know how these guys have fought. Mark coming in. Go Habs, go. Mark, thank you so much. One's Mark for the super chat. Go Habs, go. That is one of the big games that's going to be going on tonight. Montreal. What is Montreal going to be doing as they take on the Mammoth and the Habs later tonight? We'll keep you posted on that one. We know Toronto and Boston, they've had their ups and downs, especially through the playoffs. It took Toronto a long time to be able to defeat Boston, and Boston is going through a little bit of a reimagining right now. Does the treasure box have only current roster or legends too? So James, great question. It has anybody that has worn a Maple Leaf jersey. So it has legends, it has current players, and what it guarantees you. Here, let me read what it says, then I'll get back to it. So what it says on the treasure box, it says, hunt for hand-signed treasures from Austin Matthews, Dave Keon, Mitch Marner, Doug Gilmour, William Nylander, Matt Sundin, John Tavares, Johnny Bauer, Felix Potvin, Daryl Sittler, Morgan Riley, Boreas Salming, randomly included among the over 100 current and former players found in this edition. Each box contains at least one item hand-signed by an active player named to an all-star team, a franchise legend, or a player elected to the Hall of Fame. So you get at least something good, and then the others might not be, but you never know. Maybe you get a really good autographed picture and the jersey is not so good, or you get a really good jersey and the puck is not so good. So you never know, but you'll have to wait for the video to find out. Hey there, Hayden. Welcome in. PB and Jam, how's it going? Downtown Canuck, welcome in as well. Hey there, Roger. Good to see us. So if we get back, let's talk Boston. Let's talk Toronto. As I was saying, playoffs have been tough, very, very difficult. They've battled through this one. It was a big time, many years, right? Many year rivalry where Boston and Toronto were going toe to toe, and Boston now going through that reimagining, trading their captain, trading Brad Marchand back to Florida or over to Florida, and having to kind of put their season together and figure out their new identity. And so far, they've been doing really good. Last year, the Bruins struggled. A lot. This year, They're off to a really hot start. The question is, can they continue this pace of play? They're getting some good production from their top players. They're getting some decent depth production from their middle players. So right now they're off to a healthy start. Alex Steeves, I believe this is going to be his first game, his first appearance here. Fraser Minton has appeared in all 16 games, and he's put up a couple of goals and a couple of assists. So he's kind of only sitting at 5 points, is -2. One of the, a lot of the Boston players are in the minuses. A couple are in the positives, but I'm waiting to see what is Fraser Minton and what is Alex Steeves going to get a chance to do. James Sundin would be a good one for sure. That would be real exciting. But it was a rush. It was a rush. I tell you. Hey, Leo, how's it going? I was at the Bruins on site. Cool. What do you mean OS? On site, or is that meant to be OT? Hard to judge on the Marner departure yet. I agree. Definitely hard to judge. I don't think he is impacting our wins-loss ratio. He's definitely impacting our power play. Hey, Prep, what's going on? Good to see you. Over Ottawa. I got you. Lost to Ottawa. Okay, thank you for clarifying. I like Steves as a player. Hard to see him go. Bruce, I did too. I watched him play in the Marlies a lot, and he was really good. Too bad he just never could have the chance. The only one I'm worried about is Swayman. I'm a huge fan of Boston. Swayman, he can be hot and cold, right? He can steal you games for sure. He absolutely can, but he needs to have good defense in front of him. And that is going to make a huge difference in Swayman's game, how the defense plays in front of him. But that goes for every goaltender out there. Your D needs to keep the puck away from you. You got to keep that puck away from your net and give your goaltender the best chance to do the best job they can. All right, we're just waiting them to come back, and I'm sure they're going to have the ceremonial puck drop, which we will bring to you as we get set for this one to kick things off. The Boston Bruins and the Toronto Maple Leafs neck and neck in the standings, neck and neck for a long period of time, I feel like. And if we know Toronto-Boston, man, this rivalry has been around for many years. And I hope the crowd tonight is going to respect that. I hope the crowd tonight is going to be loud. I hope they're going to be cheering. I hope they're going to be booing. Going to be a lot of fun. Let's very quickly, as we're waiting for them to come back, take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. The games that completed so far: the Stars 5-4 over the Predators, Senators 3-2 over the Flyers, the Devils 2-1 over the Penguins. Couple games in progress right now. Capitals and Lightning just starting. Kraken and Blues and Sabres and Hurricanes all just getting underway. So we're going to have lots of hockey to report on, lots of hockey to talk about. Hey there, David. Welcome in, Coach Hayes. Thanks for being here, David. Great to see you. Thanks for popping in. And Mel Bridgman passed away today. Yes, it's very sad. Always very sad. Hey, Emily, welcome in. The Bruins are the Sith. They must be defeated. They must be. And I think Toronto's in a very good spot. This is going to be a really good game. Anytime you get two teams that are kind of neck and neck, they have very similar, kind of the top six is strong. And then it kind of falls down a little bit. So it's going to be very interesting. Reed says, I'm wickedly upset. Did you see how Kirk blamed it on himself? Yeah, Reed, I did. There are a lot of people kind of taking responsibility. Hoffman was saying it was his fault as well. It was very interesting to see a lot of people taking blame for that Blue Jays loss, which is nice to see teammates kind of standing up and taking it on, but very hard on these players to do that. By the way, get a little bit of Blue Jays news in there. If you didn't see it in the news yesterday, the Blue Jays did send a qualifying offer to Bo Bichette, free agent. So if Bo decides to go somewhere else, at least the Blue Jays will get a draft pick back in return, but they're continuing to discuss. All right. So we are honoring Remembrance Day here tonight. And I'll talk through the ceremony. Let me turn it up a little bit.
Connection with the Canadian Armed Forces, as we salute all who have fought for our freedom and those who have sacrificed so much.
Always a tough game, the Remembrance Day game.
Tonight's game. Born in Winkler, Manitoba, he served in the Canadian Army during the Korean War. When he joined up, he enlisted with the Queen's Own Rifles. After his training, he ended up working in their headquarters. He married the love of his life, Mary, who also happened to be in the service with the Air Force. Please welcome, at 95 years young, Harold Todd.
95 years young. Unbelievable. 95 years young. We got a Remembrance Day ceremony coming in right now.
Parents from New Brunswick and into a family that was quite involved with the military, he decided to join the Royal Canadian Navy as soon as he could and do his part during World War II. He would become a Navy cook, and most of his time was spent doing his part to maintain critical supply lines to Europe. Please welcome, at 98 years young, Norm Goodspeed.
98 years young. Wow, 98 years young. Phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Born in Chatham, Ontario, he served with distinction in the Royal Canadian Air Force during World War II. Enlisting at just 17, he trained.
Hey, Maureen, welcome in.
And took part in long-range bombing missions.
Our Redeem doesn't seem to work.
Asia, including a
Hey there, Johnny, welcome in. Hey, Reed.
North of Singapore near the end of the war. After completing over 400 hours of operational flying, he returned to Canada in 1946 and married his wife of 64 years, Louise.
64 years, wow.
At 100 years young,
100. Herb Brown at 100 years of age. 100 years of age, and he's here at the game tonight. That is incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Born in what was then East Prussia, she moved to Canada when she
This
was
is
and grew up in Saskatchewan.
unbelievable.
She joined the Royal Canadian Air Force in World War II and worked as a photographer, capturing images of training, parades, portraits, and incidents. After the war, in her free time, she became a private pilot and enjoyed traveling the world. Please welcome, at 102 years young, Josephine Woods.
Josephine Woods, 102. 102. Unbelievable. As I sit here and we honor these vets, as we look up, I have a picture of my grandfather in his Canada military jacket just here on my wall.
And sacrifice.
102. Unbelievable. As we get ready for tonight's game.
If you're able to, remove your hats and welcome Pipe Major Alexander Brown of the 48th Highlanders of Canada as he performs Amazing Grace, followed by a moment of silence.
We're going to turn this down. They're going to play Amazing Grace on the bagpipes, which is absolutely incredible. And then when they have their moment of silence, we will honor that moment of silence as well. Absolutely incredible. 100 years old, 102 years old. That is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal to see people there being represented that way. And like I was kind of saying, I've just up here on my wall a picture of my grandfather in his Canadian Army jacket, youngster. Have him on the wall. Always remember. Welcome in the Duck Whisperer. Welcome in diehard Leaf fan. Johnny, how's it going? Thank you for being here. Dallas, how's it going? Welcome in. Welcome in everybody that did just come in and join us. Gerald, how's it going? Good to see you. Welcome to the party. Hey there, Kathy. Daniel, welcome in. Daniel misses the Jays. We all do, Daniel. We all do. Hey, Cody. I miss my cousin who died, who fight for the country. Here's a moment of silence. Thank you. All right. Should we get into singing of the national anthem? Welcome in, Chuck. Welcome in. Good to see you. All right, very nice job. Very nice job as everybody gets into the party. Everybody gets into the mix. The Maple Leafs looking to get the jump on as it's a little Remembrance Day ceremony here in Toronto. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the show. Let's get it going. Let's turn it up. Turn it up. Will the Leafs get a hot jump? Will they get this one flying early? They need to be on their game tonight because these Boston Bruins are looking to deliver a big message. Jeremy Swayman getting the start in goal. Anthony Stolarz going to be in for the Maple Leafs. Misery, how's it going? Welcome in. Thank you. I'm having a great weekend. Hope you're having a good one. Hey there, Thomas. Welcome in. Let's go. Ginobili, how's it going? Oh, oh, yeah. Blue Jays kind of did it to themselves, Ginobili. It was a tough one. It was tough. It was tough for sure. But let's go. We're over that. We're moving on. We're jumping into hockey. Hey there, Randy. How's it going? Let's go. Come on, Leafs. Quick jump here to start this one. The Maple Leafs in their blues. The Boston Bruins in the whites. The Leafs going to be going from my right to left. You're going to kind of see what's happening on the screen. Of course, some of these stats are coming in at real time. We're calling it to the game on Sportsnet Ontario, so the TV has a little delay. And here we go off the opening draw. It's going to come to Morgan Riley. Riley going to work this one back, gets it returned to him. Going to put this one up to Nick Robertson. Robertson to Carlo. Little pass up to Bobby McMahon, who chips it into the Boston bench. So we get a quick stoppage just as quick as this game begins. So what you're going to be seeing here is this screen right here. This rink is going to show you where the puck is moving at all times. Oop, there it goes. Up here, it's going to show you where all the shots come from. You're going to see little X's and little dots for the shots and the goals. On the far side, as it comes in, you're going to see who's on the ice and what their stat lines are. If you're watching on the vertical stream, it's going to be a little different. Everything is going to appear down below. Here we go. Toronto going to dump this one in. Robertson going into the corner. He's banging and crashing. Lindholm going to try and work this one up. Tavares looking to cut it off. Robertson or McMahon couldn't get there in time. This comes all the way down. Riley chasing it in the corner. He's going to swipe it around to Carlo. Carlo takes a bump. Leafs going to get it to the line, not out. Boston keeping it in right behind Stolarz. Had to be careful as the puck came in front. Tavares going to play this to the line. Left here for Robertson. Robertson going to race it up to the red line and flip this one in as the hit was coming. Pavel Zacha up on Nick Robertson. Robbie had to duck underneath it. And here they go. The Boston Bruins in their own zone. Going to start working it up. Pasta gets tripped up. No call there as Matthews got in on the feet. Puck right in the slot. Shot right on. Nice save there by Swayman as Matty Nyes was right there. Megan, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Hey, Tom, welcome in as well. Toronto hitting that red line again. Going to dump it in. Here they come again in the high slot. Jersey is looking a little loose on you. It's okay. The looser, the better. So a good start here by Toronto. But boy, oh boy, some little trip. Matthews got away with one here. A little foot in. Little skate on skate. Pasternak kind of gets tripped up and goes down. And this loose puck came right in the slot for Matthew Nyes, and Nyesy just whips it. And we got a little trip here on Nyesy. Nyesy got taken down in front of the net. So Toronto's going to get an early power play here, it looks like. There we go. So yes, Toronto going to come away with an early power play to start this game. So Boston goes to the box for a trip. It's going to be the guy cannot pronounce Kuzdinanov. He's going to go to the box. It looks like it's going to be Tavares, Nyes, Ekman Larson, Nylander, and Matthews, the squad on here for the Maple Leafs. And they're taking a look here and making sure they got the right guy. That mustache guy game just started. We're literally a minute and a half into this one. So good little trip here. Hey, WB, how's it going? Cheers, my friend. Welcome in. You don't want a double X jersey to be, no, you don't want to get a big one and have it be too tight. I will tell you that. Oh. Okay, so they're going to make a change. Yoki Haru is actually the one who tripped him up, so he's going to go to the box. So a little flip-flop of players. And by the way, those penalty boxes, those benches are very wobbly. I was very surprised when we sat in that box yesterday how wobbly those benches actually are. All right, off the draw, Toronto trying to keep this one in. Boston doing a good job, and they're going to get this one out and all the way down the ice. Stellar is going to set it up. Maple Leafs power play has been atrocious. They are 1 for 11 in their last 5 games. They were a much better squad when Marner was here, so they got to figure out their passing game. They got to get a better break-in strategy. And again, they turn this one over, and Boston looking to move this one around. You got a triple XL jersey from 2006 Oilers run because that's all they had left, and you're swimming in it, I bet. Hey, Pastel, welcome in. Go Bruins. I will tell you, talking about Oilers, man, I was at a store the other day, and I saw the new Oilers jersey. Holy smokes, it looks nice. It looks real, real nice. Yeah, Kill, I'm with you there. It would have been nice to go the other way for sure. But welcome in. Remember, everybody hit that thumbs up button for us as you're coming in. So the first shot, look at that, point blank from Nyes. Toronto going to win this one back to the point. Over to Matthews. He's going to play this near side. Here's Nylander. Willie back up top. Back to Willie. Willie, top of the face-off dot. Passes it down low to Tavares. Curls behind the net. Going to slide this one up the middle. Over to Nylander, shooting. Great save as Swayman just comes over, getting a skate on that one. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe. Welcome to the community. The Fogelus Bros, welcome in. Here they come again. Toronto with 54 seconds on the power play. Ekman Larson playing it across, gets it returned, takes it off his skate. What was that, buddy? And they're going to play this down. Tavares reaching. He grabs it, turns, and goes. Here comes JT. Up over the line, had to spin away from Nyes. Nyes got in the way, and again, it's taken away. Boston doing a good job with the stick, getting it in there. Counting down until Thanksgiving. Hey there, McKenzie. Welcome in. Gonna drop this one back. Here comes Michelli. Michelli on the way up over the line, into the zone, passing it across. Here's Robertson. Robertson cycling back to Riley. Riley over to Robertson. Down low as the B squad is on here. Second power play unit. Cross ice pass with a tip, they score! Robertson. Little Nicky on the power play. Leafs are up 1-0. There we go. Wow. Way to go, Nick Robertson. That was awesome. That was so good. Nick Robertson, almost a little give and go, passes it off, goes right to the net. The pass comes back over, and he shovels this one in. Nick Robertson. Oh, yeah. There we go. And, man, whoever's working at the score just put the goal up for Max Domi. I think you need to pay attention to which button you just hit. KK, how's it going? Nicky Bobby. All he does is score. He is outstanding. Naroko, welcome in. Here comes Boston, fanning on the shot, rebound. They score, they get it right back. Wow, 18 seconds later. Yikes. Boston walking in. They take a shot. They fan on it. It's Morgan Geekie. Geekie fans on the shot, and then he grabs the loose puck and shoots again, and this one had Stolarz beat. He took the first shot, Stolarz bit, and went down to make the save. And as he comes across, Morgan Riley screens Stolarz, and the shot just goes in. I believe that was off the post and in. So Geekie just puts that one in very quickly. Oh, my goodness. So that's going to tie Geekie now for the lead in goals, and we're going to go over that at the intermission. Geekie tied with some very good company for the league lead in goals right now. Here comes Waugh, going to put this one over. We are tied here 1-1, just 4 minutes into this hockey game. A power play goal for Toronto, an even strength goal, and Boston steals, and they chip it in. Come on! Victor Arvidsson, he's going to get this goal and chip it in. And the Maple Leafs, yikes. Just 20 seconds or so later, the Maple Leafs caught dangling with their sticks in their own end, and Boston chips this one away. Oh, my goodness. They played off the boards. Toronto, for whatever reason, brings it right in front of their own net. And this is Dakota Joshua bringing it in front of his own net, loses the puck. It rolls past. Myers doesn't realize what happens, and Arvidsson just chips this one in. Oh, my goodness. How are we actually winning? Hey, Nitro, welcome in. Unbelievable. Steven, what's going on? What's cooking? Welcome to the party. Unbelievable. 3 goals in like a minute. That was crazy. You can't bring the puck near the front of your own net. Defense 101. Here comes Boston again, up over the line. Cutting around Riley with a quick stick, trying to knock this one around. Stays on Boston's stick, now taken away by Bobby McMahon. Up to Tavares, hits the red line, dumps this one in. McMahon going to the boards on the far side, can't squeeze it here. Boston going to play this one back in their own zone. Now they're going to work it up to the blue line, across, knocked down by Ekman Larson, tries to feed it to Michelli. That one's taken away, and the Bruins going to put this one in the Leafs zone. Elias, how's it going? Welcome in. You're the best coach. Cheyenne, it was crazy. Toronto scored on the power play, then Boston had 2 back-to-back on sloppy plays. Here's Matthews behind the net, trying to feed it to Ekman Larson. Didn't quite get to him. He had to reach for it, playing it back around behind the Bruins net, and here comes Boston. Long outlet pass. They try to break it away, and Toronto steals and turns and sends it down, but that's going to be an icing call. 14:51 to go, and holy smokes. You can see on the chart, Toronto, they got their goal, Nick Robertson right in front. If you look on the far end, Boston with 2 just in front of the net. You can't have that happen. Hey, Travis, welcome in. You can't have that happen. Kevin, I agree with you there. I agree with you. Hey, Stick, welcome in. Shot right on, and Stolarz is going to gobble that one up. It's going to draw a little bit of a crowd in front of the net. As Ekman Larson McCabe kind of saying, hey, you can't park here. Trying to move these guys out of the front of the net. Unbelievable. What effort. What effort. Welcome in. If everybody's just jumping in, welcome in. Make sure you hit those thumbs up for us. We're a couple shy of 100. Hit that like for us. Hey, Bruce, welcome in. Only been 4 shots. 5 now. 3 goals on 5 shots. How crazy. See why we need you, Savage and Vladdy. Vladdy down in Mexico. I don't think he's going to be available. David, how's it going? Go Leafs, go. Tony, what's up? Welcome in. Here comes Boston again into the Leaf zone, putting it in front. And this one is Simon Benoit, a little slow on the play. Toronto was just able to move it away. Here's Nick Waugh. He's going to go over to Benoit. Benny dumps this one in. Here comes the forecheck in the Maple Leafs third line. In the corner, Boston going to rotate it around, bringing it up over the line into the Leaf zone. Dangling through the middle. Nice play here by Dakota Joshua. Tying up the stick, taking the puck away. Comes to Waugh, then Michelli. Over to Riley. Riley going to flip this one up by the red line. This is going to go down in the corner. Here comes the fourth line now for the Maple Leafs. They're going to come in banging and crashing. Lawton going to play this one up the boards with some help from Steven Lorentz. And Boston now going to bring this loose puck up. Little bump here around Stolarz. Way out of your net. What are you doing? He kind of got tripped up there on the bump. And the Leafs going to play this one out. Stolarz, stay in your net. Hey there, Vi. Welcome in. Yoko, how's it going? KN, what's up? Another shot. That one's going to sail just wide. Holy smokes. This game is flying right now. It's been all Boston. Toronto is hanging on right now as the Bruins kind of dominating this pace of play. Hey, Lucas, welcome in. Another giveaway by Toronto almost led to another goal. Hey, Void, how's it going? Welcome in. Well, the Leafs started off okay. They started off looking good, but wow. That turned around real quick. Nick Robertson opened the scoring, his 4th on the power play. Then it was Morgan Geekie and Victor Arvidsson, both on some poor defensive play by the Toronto Maple Leafs. And that's kind of been their crutch so far this year. In the games when they've looked really bad, it's because their defense has looked really, really bad. Oh, why didn't this update? Let me give the score a little refresh here.
You played for each other and for
Sometimes it just doesn't want to behave and it just doesn't want to update. So let's give this a little reboot here. There we go. 2-1 is the score. Victor Arvidsson, Morgan Geekie, Nick Robertson. Your goal scorers here, and it's crazy that we've had 6 shots and we got 3 goals already. Absolutely crazy. All right, Battle of Ontario will be for the wild card. Ooh, RK, ouch. Excuse me, ouch. I hope not. I hope it's not going to come to that. And Big Red, welcoming. Good to see you. No wife, happy life. Great name. My eyes are bad. Who has the 3 goals? So I hope you heard. If not, I'll repeat it. Nick Robertson got the first for the Maple Leafs on the power play. Morgan Geekie and then Victor Arvidsson, the 2 for the Boston Bruins. Boston almost had another one right before the break here. Another turnover by Toronto. Yikes. You got to be careful on that. Unbelievable. So we're going to talk coming up at intermission about a bunch of stats, your leaders, and some stories going on in the season right now. James, it is a crazy start to this game. Thank you for the gifts. Rocky, thank you as well. Jelly Beans, thank you. Thank you, everybody, dropping those gifts. Let's go. Face off in the Maple Leaf zone. Boston going to win this one. Right back to the point. Here's a long shot. Deflection. That one is put just wide, as I believe Geekie got a tip on that. Nylander loses it. Boston walking in. Face off dot. Driving towards the net. Shooting up high. Stolarz making a nice save. Nylander going to hack this one up to Nyes. Nyes going to carry it to the red line. Going to dump this one in. Here comes the forecheck of the Leafs. Nylander takes his man down. Nylander steals the puck. Willie behind the net. Nyes in front. Willie backhanding it. And he's going to give this one away. Here comes Geekie. Up the gut. He's going to feather it across. Nice move and a great save here by Stolarz as we got a little crash the crease going on. A little crash the crease. And immediately Ekman Larsson wraps up his man, pulls him aside and says, hey, that's not going down. Hey there, Joel. Welcome in. So David Kempf is an interesting situation, a very interesting situation. Hey there, Justin. Welcome in. It's been a great evening. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So David Kempf was sent down. He cleared waivers and he was supposed to be with the Marlies. Well, David Kempf does not want to play for the Marlies and was a no-show. He has been suspended without pay from the team for not reporting to play with the Marlies. So an interesting story with David Kempf. Quick shot right off the draw. Stolar is going to glove that one down. We'll get another face-off coming up. I know it's a tough spot. David Kempf wants to be in the NHL. He wants to play. He doesn't like being sent down to the AHL. But you got to play. You can't just not show. Off the draw, a little bit of a scramble. Boston coming away, setting it up, bouncing it off the boards, back to the point, putting this one across. Boston, a quick shot. Stolar is going to glove this one. And a nice save. JDA, what's going on? Welcome in. Happy Saturday night from the T-Dot. Chris, what's going on? Gave him a contract. That's true. Jaden, what's up? Welcome in. You know what, Jaden? There's always going to be those trade rumors going on, and it's tough. It's tough. Tyler, how's it going? You hate to see Raptors, they had such a good preseason, and they're struggling a little bit here in the regular season, and here's Dakota Joshua almost stealing one in front of the Bruins net this time. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what the Raptors do, but I try to ignore a lot of the rumors out there until we actually see something happen. This can be played up. Toronto bobbling it again. Myers doing a nice job getting it to the line. Nick Waugh getting bodied off the puck, and that's going to be an offside call as the linesman going to jump in here and separate them. Watching the game, watching the Utah game. Yes, Utah, Montreal. We're going to be checking in with that one a little bit later on. Holy smokes. What do you think, Don Mattingly moving on? Daniel, that's a great question. That one surprised me. After how well the Blue Jays were hitting, the fact that he's not retiring, he's stepping away and he's going to seek a job somewhere else, kind of makes me wonder why. Why doesn't he want to return to Toronto? Off the draw, Toronto plays it around behind their own net, setting this one up. Smoking Gun, what's going on? Welcome in. Appreciate you coming in. Hey, Jake, what's up? Back around for Domi. Domi putting it behind, comes right out in front, back to the point. Riley holding this one in, playing it around, bump pass. Little move here for Scott Lawton. Scotty has it taken away from him. Here comes Boston. A little pass trying to split the defense. Riley doesn't let that happen. Pass here for Domi. Domi trying to get it to Lawton. They don't connect. And Boston going to move this one out again, up over the Leafs line. Ekman Larson throwing a little bit of a bump, trying to work through the corner, passing it out in front with Jeannot, and a nice breakdown here. Toronto going to play it around the boards. Lawton going cross ice. Leafs going to back this one up. Cycling around McCabe, nice move. Playing in front of their own bench during a line change is dangerous. You don't want to end up with a too many men on the ice call. Raptors just won 4 straight, so they're coming on a bit. Pickleball Pat, there you go. They are coming on. They've been exciting to play too. Couple big wins and a couple close ones. Nyes digging it out in the corner, playing it back. 11 minutes to go here in the first period. 2-1 Boston. Boston going to intercept this pass again, bringing it in over the line, trying to cycle it back around. No stick here for Ekman Larson. Kicks it over to McCabe. McCabe to the corner. Nyes. He's going to pick this one up, working his man. Cross ice to Nylander. Willie, he's going to bring this one in and going to slide it down to the corner. Austin Matthews going in here after it. He's tied up. Here comes some reinforcements. Nyes up on his man. Nyes takes about 3 cross checks in the back, feeds it to the point. Benoit, he can't pick this one up. Hey, Beaton, how's it going? Welcome in. Yes, Mariners, Tigers. That was a fun one. That was a very fun one. Said he doesn't want to be on the road anymore. He's going to be on the road wherever he goes. Wherever he goes. But I get it. It's tough, right? It's tough. And he's in his 60s, if I recall. Tavares going to bring this one in. But what a career he has had. Playing this back around. This is going to come all the way back. Riley with it. Riley going to play this one across. Toronto, long pass up to Tavares. JT setting it up. trying to drop it in, couldn't, had it taken away, and here come the Bruins, 3-on-2. Pasternak coming in, great catch up by Nick Robertson. Robertson drops the shoulder, and Pasternak was able to knock him down, take the puck away. They gave it right back to him. And finally, it comes to Bobby McMahon. He's going to play this one down. Hey, Patrick, welcome in. Well, they're on a 3-game win streak right now, Patrick, but it's until we get the stats to back it up. Here's Joshua stealing it, going across. Shot from the slot. That one's going to be deflected high. Michelli coming close. Leafs down low in front to Michelli again. Another try. Here's Ekman-Larsson picking it up. He's going to work this one back. Gets taken down. And we got another penalty coming up. Boston going to go back to the box. As Ekman-Larsson goes down, Jake McCabe comes over to say a few words. But yeah, Patrick, I know the Leafs had a bit of a slow start. But if you look over the last couple of years, and hooking should be the call, if you look over the last couple of years, Toronto has always ended up after about the first 14, 16 games, about 500. So they're right on pace. They're right on pace. I expect they're going to pick it up. I think they'll be in there. I think they're going to get in there. James, welcome in. Good to see you, my friend. The other day of math, I made my backpack trip this. Oh, no. But you're proud of it. You're proud of it. But yeah, it's going to be a big one, Patrick. It's going to be a big one. Zorzi, how's it going? Welcome in. Hey there, Lisa Terry. Good to see you. Welcome in, everybody. Again, thank you for being here. Man, boy, what a tough start here. A tough start. Yeah, I mean, listen, anything can happen. That's what we love, right? That's what we love in hockey. Anything can happen on any given night. But Toronto is such a talented team. They have such good players, such great talent. They just got to get some strategies around that work. When they started this season, I feel like they were playing with team strategies for last year. They didn't really build new strategies for this year and with the guys they have. So yes, thoughts on Joshua. So I'll be honest. When I first heard he was coming in, same with Nick Waugh, I was very excited. I thought, man, here's two guys. They're going to grind it out. They're going to get in the corners. And they've been doing that. But they're a lot slower than I thought they'd be. And I think that's a bit of a detriment. I didn't realize they were as slow as they are playing right now. Frankie, I think they will. I think they will, absolutely. Great skate at the Scotiabank. Yeah, Chris, thank you so much. It was so much fun. I'm glad we got a chance to do that. Boomtown, what's going on? Name a team in the East that doesn't have talent. That's true. There's a lot of very, very, very good teams. Buffalo's one. I mean, Buffalo has a lot of talent too, and they can't put it together. They are struggling tremendously. I feel sad for the Sabres. Here's Toronto digging right off the draw, and they couldn't put that one in. Back to the line. Here's a shot that's going wide. Ekman-Larsson going to scoop this one around. Matthews on the far side of the ice picking it up. Going to give this to Tavares. Tavares shooting. That one is blocked. And Boston going to knock this one out. Nylander couldn't hold it in at the point. Willie going to reverse to Matthews. Matthews bringing it in. Matthew Nyes goes offside. So Austin Matthews has to back it up. 30 seconds gone here on the power play. Toronto backing it all the way up. Here comes Matthews. Going to carry this one in over to Nyes on the near side. He's going to put it around the boards over to Tavares on the far end. Tavares cycling around, loses the puck. Nylander keeping this one in. Tavares plays it to the middle of the ice, gives it away. And again, Boston able to clear. Over to Ekman-Larsson. This is a problem right now. Toronto just, the power play struggles. They're having real difficulty. This top unit setting it up. Puck is bouncing all over the place. And again, Boston going to get this one out. Hey, Maryville, welcome in. Good to see you as the Leafs change up. 50 seconds to go. Here comes the B unit. Nick Robertson scored on the first power play. He turns this puck over, and here come the Bruins. They're going to curl around with it. Minton is going to dump this one down. Michelli, Robertson, Domi, Waugh, and Riley, the B unit here tonight. Hey, Marilyn, welcome in. Up over the line. Over to Domi. Domi shoveling along the boards. Doesn't get to the point. Boston picking it up. They're going to carry this one up. Little crisscross. Drumping it back. Here's a shot shorthanded and didn't miss by much. Michelli back to pick it up. 18 seconds to go. Michelli over the line. He's going to stop. Carrying it. Shoots from the high slot, and that one's going to be deflected into the corner. Playing it around back over to Michelli. Michelli going to stop again. 5 seconds to go on the power play. Going cross ice for Riley. He missed it. McCabe to Riley to Waugh. Waugh out in front for Robertson again, and he scores! Second of the game, Nick Robertson. No, I lied to you. It wasn't Nick Robertson. It's Michelli. They got the same bloody hair. It's not Nick Robertson. It's Michelli. Michelli gonna get the goal. Man, he looked like Nick Robertson there with that hair. The locks flowing out. Michelli goes to the middle, takes this one and shovels it in. So Michelli gets the goal. A nice between the legs pass from Nick Waugh, and Michelli on the power play puts this one in. Hey, Onyx, welcome in. Let's go. Toronto, 2 power play goals. Michelli, his 4th of the year. Let's go. Prep coming in. Did you chip me a piece of center ice? Should I expect a dry ice parcel? Prep, I scooped up some of the snow from center ice, but it melted. Thank you for the super chat, Prep. So Matthews, a broken stick. They're going to play this one back up, and Boston comes in offside. Great play, Waugh. Yes, it was. Leafs shouldn't give up on Robertson yet. They need, Chris, he looks so good. Finally, okay to come back. Let's go, Leafs. That's right, Maryland. Let's go, Leafs. Mark, what's going on? Nick Robertson with the first goal on the power play. Michelli with the second Leaf goal, also on the power play. James dropping those roses. James, thank you so much. Welcome in, welcome in. Scooped up the snow. Gonna win this one back. Boston swinging it up the boards, dumping this one in. Myers trying to get back, comes to the point. Here's a shot. Stolarz is down. Boston shoveling it. Myers going to run over his guy. Laurent's going to play this one up, and that's going to go just out. Zadorov playing it back. Benoit going to take a bump. Here they come again. Quick shot. Stolarz down, and he's going to squeeze and hang on to that one with 6:05 to go. Boston showing some pretty good jump here, but we were all tied up 2-2. 2-2, Maple Leafs and Bruins. Unbelievable. Loved your in-rink video. Do you think the ice surface may be a little chippy? James, it was great. I will tell you, though, it had a very sandy feel to it. It had a very sandy feel as it got chipped up, but it was very cool. The boards have a lot of gives when you bump them. It's going to be dumped around. And the benches were, especially in the penalty box, were so wobbly. But we're gonna make a little short video. We're gonna post about our kind of experience there. So we're editing that together, and we'll have that put up yet. Should have carved it on the bench. Sweet, I would have been thrown out of there so fast. This back around. Here's Michelli, long pass. Boston back in their own zone, going to look to turn and work this one up. Toronto again working the boards. Michelli having a nice first period here. Behind you, Riley, behind you. He's going to turn around, pick this one up, going to dump this one down. Boston flipping it right back up. Racing for it is Carlo, going to swing it towards the boards, chipping it ahead to Joshua. Here comes Joshua, 2-on-2. Michelli going to the net. Joshua fans on the shot. Boston with a broken stick there. Mason Lohrei broke his stick. Back to the point. Here's a one-timer by Riley. That one goes wide. Joshua on the wrong side of the net. Couldn't get that rebound. Leafs going to knock it down. Here comes Ekman Larsson. Going to pass this one over to Waugh. Waugh curling. He's got McMahon. Leafs are in the middle of a line change. Here's a shot. Trying to steer it towards the net. McMahon was all tied up. Boston going to play this one ahead. Nice little stick handling. Here come the Bruins. Up over the line. A little backhand. Stolarz going to play this one aside. Tanner Jeannot taking a bump. In the corner, working this one aside. And that's going to come all the way out. Not enough to be icing. With 4:45 to go, the Bruins going to turn and bring this one back into the Leaf zone. Racing back. Trying to keep this away from Fraser Minton. Myers behind the net. Eludes a hit, but gives the puck away on the pass out. Nylander slow on the boards. Here's another shot from the bottom half of the faceoff circle, and Stolarz making a big save there off the stick of Tanner Jeannot. You know, it's funny. One of the cool things yesterday is, you know, we got to pick up and handle some of the sticks they use. And holy smokes, for those of you that may have played hockey or ball hockey or at least held a hockey stick, you know they have a little bit of weight to them. The sticks that these guys are using are like paper. We picked up a Matthews stick. It had no weight to it at all. We picked up a couple of different sticks. A Willie stick. They're so light. Now I know why they're like $400 or $500. Zero weight to them at all. They're like nothing, which is incredible. If you're used, like me, if you're used to using one of those old wood sticks, you know how much weight those suckers had. But man, these sticks today, there's nothing to them at all. Super, super lightweight, which I thought was very cool. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, these guys are just playing unbelievably well. No, Dallas, it is so different from back in the day. So different. Some more great job. I got a great beer. There you go, Jack. Go Leafs, go. I love it. I love it. Oh, my goodness. So funny. So funny. Let me see. Did I miss any other stories here? 10 centimeters of snow overnight. Oh, my goodness. Are we really getting a lot of snow? I hope not. I hope we don't get a ton of snow. We got hockey practice tomorrow and a game tomorrow. So I don't want to be schlepping around in all the snow. And I am not ready to shovel yet. I'm definitely not ready to shovel. Remember playing hockey on the gym floor and the weight of the sticks are different than the ice. Oh, yeah, for sure. Those sticks in gym. Remember the sticks in gym had like the plastic blades and everyone used to try and bend them so you could get a real good shot with them. Man, gym ball hockey was the best back in the day. I'm not going to lie. It was so much fun. Hey, Mr. Scotty, welcome in. Only got about half an inch here. Now, I wonder what we're going to get here in Toronto. You know, I will tell you, I was actually surprised driving down the DVP yesterday. Traffic was not horrible. It was not horrible. All right, here we go. Toronto off the draw. Nylander going to flip this one up to Ekman-Larsson, putting it off the boards past Nyes. Back in here, Nylander couldn't trap it. Boston with the backhand to the line, held in here by Matthews. Matthews and Nylander. Nylander tried to go back to Matthews. That one is picked up. And Boston going to outlet here to Pasternak. Pasternak over the line. A little chip pass towards the net. Hits Stolarz, and he deflects this behind. And the Leafs going to get this one out and all the way down the ice. Andrew Peeke is going to set this one up. Long outlet pass the near side to Pasternak. He's going to bring this one in. Gives it over. Here's a Jeannot. He doesn't pull the trigger. Carrying this one around behind the net is Morgan Geekie. Sending it back down to the line. Working it across. Here's a shot off the blocker. Stolarz steers it aside. Picked up by Max Domi. Domi off the boards. Domi is flying. What a move. Oh, he cannot get all the way through. Yoki Harlu just was able to stop him. Domi was on a king's rush there. He was flying. Picked up by Lawton. Lawton has his pocket picked. Going to come back to Benoit. Benny hanging on to it. He's taking a look up ice. Benoit going to move this one ahead. Toronto's going to slide it forward. Lorentz just chipping it in. 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go here in this period. And Boston going to send it all the way back down. Ready to work it. Work it, work it, work it. This is going to be played ahead, dumped down into the Boston zone. Toronto trying to come through. Picked up here by Tavares. JT, nice little dangle over to Robertson just behind him, and that's going to be an offside call. Very close play. Hey, Richard, welcome in. Welcome in, Richard. It was Robertson, Geekie, Arvidsson, and Michelli, your goal scorers here so far tonight. Oh, no worries, Mark. Appreciate it. So what a great rush we saw by Domi just a couple of minutes ago. 2:40 in the first period. And they drop the puck. They blow it down, so we're going to drop it again. Hey, Ronald, welcome in. Good to see you. Dallas, I do not joke. When we left super early, and man, we got downtown super fast. And then same thing coming home. We got home pretty quick. This round going to be chipped up. Robertson playing it ahead to McMahon. McMahon had it slashed away. Robbie going to dump this one down in the corner. Picked up here by Boston. Robertson makes him make a move. Yeah, Michael, it's been a good game. Good hockey. A little sloppy in our own zone. Toronto needs some more shot attempts. Again, only 5 shots here in the first period. Boston with 12. Riley to Michelli. Going to slide this ahead. Putting it over. Someone put the puck towards the net. They keep playing it around behind. Nobody playing it up towards the front. Toronto holding this one in just barely. A little swing pass. They turn it over. And that's something Toronto has done a lot. I can't wait. This is going to be an icing call. I can't wait to see the turnover number at the end of the first period because it's got to be close to 10, right? It's got to be close to 10 giveaways at this point. But boy, oh boy, these guys have been so close. Toronto and Boston, two very similar teams. Hey, Michael, welcome in. Go Leafs, go. That's right, Terry. Come on, boys. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. 1:43 to go. Tied 2-2. Face-off going to be in the Bruins zone. Matthews, he's in here. Going to be taking it against Kostelic. Wins it. But Boston takes it away, plays it around. Toronto, little pass up the boards, over to Nyes. Nyes shoveling it down in the corner. Nylander going in after it. He can't catch up to it. Nyes can't keep it in. Riley throws it towards the net, and it's deflected up into the netting. 1:26 to go. Yeah, Kevin, the giveaways this year have been so bad. So bad. When you're entering the third period and you have like 15 or 20 giveaways, you are just asking for trouble. James, thank you so much again for all the roses, all the gifts tonight. Lil Mac, what's going on? Welcome in. That's right. That's right, Little Mac. Matthews going to play this one back to Riley. Riley going to flip this one down low in the corner. Nylander turning around, loses the handle to the point. Riley keeping this one in again. Knives this time. Shovels it behind the net. Matthews wasn't there, and the Bruins going to play this one up. Here's Nylander. Nylander. His pass doesn't connect, but he races, gets a loose puck. Willie shoots. Big save, big rebound. Knives couldn't capitalize on that one.
Last minute of play in this period.
Going to bring this one down in the corner. Boston chasing it down. Hey there, Chanel. What's going on? Welcome in. Users smash it. Welcome. Let's go, Bruins. The Leafs are the best turnover team. Yeah, Dennis. There's a lot of turnovers. A lot of turnovers. This is going to be carried out by Nyes. Nyes hits that line. Going to dump it in. Michelli racing in here. Leafs in the middle of a line change. Watt trying to get there as well. 30 seconds to go. This is going to be flipped up. They keep it in the high slot. Going for a dangle. And Boston takes the body. Aspirin with a big hit. This coming around behind. Waugh. Dekes around. Michelli there trying to get some help. Good play by the Boston defense with 10 seconds to go. Bruins just going to carry this one out. Pasternak centers it. One last effort. Here's a shot. That one goes just wide. And Toronto holds it as the period comes to an end. Wow, what an opening period. What an opening period. That was exciting hockey. That was very exciting hockey. Back and forth. Charlie, how's it going? Let's go, Rangers. Oh, my goodness. Very, very exciting hockey. If you missed it, your goal scorers, do I got to give this a reboot? Every single game, I feel like I have to give this a little bit of a reboot. All right, there it is. The Zambonis are out. Nick Robertson, he opened up the scoring, his 4th of the year on the power play from Domi and Riley. Then Boston scored 2 very quickly. Morgan Geekie, his 11th from Lori. Victor Arvidsson, his 5th unassisted. Then Matthias Michelli tied it up, his 4th of the year from Waugh and Riley. Any evidence the Leafs are any better than the last 8 years? No. Sean, I wish I did. James with the level up sparks. James, that was so cool. I love that one. But yeah, Sean, no evidence. This is kind of starting the way they always do. Hey there, Aaron. Welcome as a diehard Knights fan. Thanks again for Marner. We love him. Just wait till the playoffs. Just wait for the playoffs. Listen, Marner is one of these guys. He's a 100-point-a-year guy, right? 100-point-a-year guy, no doubt. He'll do, I mean, it's not a guarantee, but he'll be between 90 and 100 points. Let's see what he does in the playoffs for you. Let's see, great period. It was a really good period. Rocks, what's going on? Go Leafs go. Lincoln, hello there. If you wanted Jason, of course I did, Lincoln, of course. Leafs need more shots and more involvement. More shots, 100%. Best players, Happy Gilmore. Fantastic. Just wait for the playoffs. That's what they used to say about Eichel too. Listen, eventually, hey, Miami Dolphins fan, welcome in. Eventually he's got to perform, right? In the playoffs. He's got to perform. But I would tell you this about Marner. From what I saw day one, when he showed up, remember the clip? He showed up in Vegas and he walks through the office and everybody's cheering him and he had his wife there. The smile on his face and how happy he was, you could just tell a huge weight was lifted off of his shoulders. He was in a very different headspace than what he was in Toronto. Hey, Joey, are we still supposed to be scared of the Bruins? Always be scared of the Bruins. So a big weight lifted off Marner's shoulders, and you could see it on how he started to play, right? You can see it on how he was performing. He was genuinely happy to be playing the game. I truly don't believe he felt that way in Toronto. I think due to all the media pressure, the fan pressure, everybody expecting the world from him, he just couldn't live up to that expectation. So, and you can see by the way he started off playing, he already is playing a little bit of a lighter game. Heck, I've seen him go in the corner a few times this year. Hey, John Cena, welcome in. Pogo, hello there, welcome in. I like their depth more this year and have bottom six. Yeah, I'm curious, Mark, how it's gonna work out. Hey, hockey goalie, welcome in. I'm worried about Joshua and Waugh come playoff time. They seem to be a little slow, and we've seen that story in Toronto before. When you kind of lose a step, you know, things can get ugly. And I hope it's not the case. But they got a lot of building to do. They'll certainly work through. The game is lopsided as no, the King. It has been a very good game. Yes, the shots are lopsided. 6 for Toronto, 12 for Boston. But it's been a pretty good back and forth game. Hey, Lightbeam Dan, welcome in. Let's go through some of these stats other than the shots. Face-offs, Toronto right now, 13 for 23, which is good for 56.5%. Leafs are 1 for 2 on the power play. They have not taken a penalty, knock on wood at this point. 10 hits for Toronto, 9 for Boston. Block shots, 3 apiece. Giveaways, 9 for the Bruins, 8 for the Maple Leafs. However, 2 of Boston goals came off Toronto giveaways. So there it is, 8-9 the giveaways. So that is a number that is still a little bit too high, Robertson and Michelli playing well right now. They are, Dennis, for sure. Your BC Transportation. Okay, there you go. Your other account. Thank you for letting me know. I will hopefully remember that. Hey, Jesse, welcome in. Good to see you. All right, let's take a look at some of these NHL stats because there's a change of the guard coming. If you take a look at the NHL leaders right now, you might be pleasantly surprised. Thank you so much for the subscribe. Leafs should be down this game. They were able to get some good chances. They were able to capitalize on some shots. Hey, Mark, welcome and happy Nylander night. So let me tell you, I'm out of here. Samwelb12 Experience would often state, I'm out of here. James. All right, buddy. Have a good one. Oliver, how's it going? Go Leafs go. Celebrini, Macklin Celebrini, your leading point getter in the National Hockey League right now. We talked all summer about how San Jose is going to be a much better team, a much rebuilt team. And there you go. Malcolm Celebrini, your leading NHL point getter. Connor Bedard in second place. Hey there, Herman. Welcome in. So Connor Bedard in second place. So Celebrini and Bedard, your 2 leaders, followed by Kaprizov, Eichel, McDavid, Rantanen, Crosby, Malkin, Scheifele, and Nylander. So I'm so excited to see Celebrini and Bedard atop the point leaderboard. It is pretty cool. It is very, very, very cool to see. Leafs need Shohei to play with Morgan Rielly to stop the turnovers. I don't know, Mr. Cena. The way Shohei played in the World Series, yes, he did come through with a home run, but boy, I don't think he had a great World Series, to be honest with you. Oh, my goodness. All right, let me see here. Let me go in. Hey, Richard, welcome in. Back-to-back champs. Yes, indeed. So there you go. Malcolm Celebrini, Connor Bedard, the two big boys leading the way. We'll see how much that holds up. Sidney Crosby and Cutter Gunther, your leading goal scorers with 11. Draisaitl, McKinnon, Caulfield with 10. Jack Hughes with 10. And Morgan Geekie, who does have a goal in today's game. So he is now tied with Crosby and Cutter for your leading goals. For assists, it's Evgeny Malkin and McDavid. They are tied 17 assists. Suzuki is there. Celebrini, Makar, Carlson is there. William Nylander also on that assist leader board, which is pretty cool. Hey there, Dan. Welcome in. Welcome to the party. No, hockey goalie, it's okay. We want you to sub because you want to sub and hang out and enjoy our content. Tip to cap to those Jays. Absolutely. Got to give those Jays a little hat tip. What do you think the Jays need to do this offseason? So great question. Great question. Pitching, obviously shoring up kind of second base or shortstop, depending on where you think Bo Bichette is going to fit in. You got to get that position locked up. Hopefully it is Bichette, but then pitching is where you need to get it going, right? You got to get the pitching in there. That is, I believe, where the Jays struggled most. So hopefully they can figure that one out. Donna, how's it going? Welcome in. Like Nylander and Morgan. Yeah, listen, I'm a big fan of Willie Nylander. Morgan Rielly, I'll be honest with you. I'm not 100% sold on Morgan Rielly. I'm not 100% sold on him. He's playing a little bit better this year than he was last year. Last year, he struggled tremendously. So far this year, he's in a better place. So hopefully he can stay that way. All right, sorry, gotta keep the fluids going. But I hope Morgan Rielly can. And that's, for Toronto, yes, their offense is going to need shots and lots of shots, more than 6. It's kind of a common theme where the first 2 periods are not getting a lot of shots, and then they explode in the third. In fact, I believe they're leading the league in third period goals right now. So hopefully that will, they can get the shots going. Rehydrate. It's hard work talking. It certainly is. Jay should go after some Marlins pitching. I've seen Edward Cabrera. Both could be good for y'all. It will be interesting to see for sure. If the Blue Jays can get an ace, they'd be unstoppable. Yeah, and I really do. I think that's kind of the only piece that they are missing. No doubt what they did in the bats. We also have to remember what they did hitting this year too was pretty crazy. They had guys who were hitting their career bests. They all got hot at the same time. A lot of the stars aligned for the Maple Leaf or for the Blue Jays this year, and hopefully they can keep that one going for sure. Why is Boston's first line so nasty? They're just good players. Like Boston, their first top 2 lines, they have a lot of talent, and they just seem to be clicking right now. Dragon, how's it going? Welcome in. 10 years of GM. A lot of us Flames fans really hated him. Final few seasons here. I will tell you, he makes me kind of a little nervous. Thank you for the subscribe, by the way, Mr. Cheese. I appreciate that. Great name. Tree Living, what he's doing, I know what he was trying to do and bring in some toughness. And I like that approach. That was somewhere where Toronto was very, very weak, right? Bringing in some toughness is the right thing to do. Like I said earlier, Wah and Joshua, I like their games a lot. They're looking a little bit slow. What I don't like and what makes me a little nervous are the moves they made at the trade deadline last year. They gave up a couple first-round picks. Scott Lawton came in, and he did not live up to my expectations last year. He didn't. I didn't think he was worth giving up a first-round pick for. Same with Brendan Carlo. Brendan Carlo did not live up to my expectations last year. He has not lived up to my expectations this year. So those two moves really bother me. The fact we gave up first-round picks. So hopefully it will pay off in the long run. But all in all, I mean, it's always tough to come in and change the image of a team. It is very difficult. So I like what he's doing so far. So am I 100% sold? No, but I think it's going in the right direction. He's still got a few moves up his sleeve, I'm sure. Yeah, Taco, and that's not just OEL, but I think with the group, confidence, you know, you got to build that up. You need to get the confidence going. Solars is not consistent enough. And yeah, he is struggling. Welcome in, Boston fan. Welcome in. It's not just Solars, it's everybody. A lot of players on this team need to be more consistent, right? You got to get your top players playing consistency. While Nylander is putting up a ton of points, love what Nylander is doing. Hey, Devontae, welcome in. Nylander just sometimes seems like he's checked out, right? Just seems like he's checked out. He's kind of in la-la land. And then all of a sudden, boom, he'll explode. So would love to see him be more consistent. Nyes is playing great. Matthews has finally found his game. He's been playing better. Tavares has been great. Robertson and Michelli are playing nice. Would like to see Domi get going. Domi needs to get it going as well. Hey there, Thomas. Welcome in. Do you have Blade? Yes, Charlie. I love Blades of Steel. Love Blades of Steel on the old NES, on the old Nintendo Entertainment System. Blades of Steel was outstanding. I actually like Blades of Steel over the Nintendo Ice Hockey. I really do. But, man, so good. It falls on Matthews. Yeah, I think part of it does fall on Matthews, right? Matthews, it's his team now. It's his team now. He's the captain. He needs to be able to motivate these guys. He needs to be able to speak up and encourage, and he has an important role to play. Now, he's going to get a lot of help, right? When you have guys like Lawton, guys like Tavares, these are born leaders, right? I love what Lawton brings in terms of leadership. Same with Tavares. But Matthews has to be the guy that says, listen, you know, he's got to be that voice. He's got to be the one who's connecting with some of these younger kids. Hey, Kelly, how's it going? Welcome in. They never replaced Marner's points. No, they didn't. And we didn't really expect them to. You know, 100 points is not easily replaced. What they were trying to do is replace some of what they lost in Marner with physical toughness. Pat Burns would clean. Oh my goodness, T-Dog. Pat Burns was almost in a league of his own. There's not a lot of coaches out there that could do what Burnsy did. Pocket, how's it going? Welcome in. Have to adapt to a new strategy for my betting. I lost the first period. Yes, if they thought, where did that comment go? Domi was going to do it. They were wrong. Yeah, listen, I figured Domi would kind of be a 15-20 goal scorer. I expected more from him. I like the effort he gives. He's like a little bulldog. And sometimes when he starts finding the net, he can make opportunities happen. Having him on the fourth line, he's obviously not going to get to create like that. But I like what he's bringing. The speed, the grit. I don't mind him in that role. Hey, Shira, welcome in. Welcome to the stream. Bruins fan here. Bruins are playing to win. They will win. Yeah, Pocket. Listen, Boston's got energy, right? They're bringing a lot of energy here tonight. A lot of energy. I always used to pick Vancouver or New York in Blades of Steel. Oh, my goodness. That's awesome. I love it. Hey, Dave's Disney Dreams. How's it going? WBH, welcome in. Cheers to you. Utah and Ducks doing really good. Yeah, holy, talk about the Ducks. We're going to talk about the Ducks a little bit in the second intermission, but holy cow, what they are doing is absolutely incredible. Possible trades, the Leafs, Carlson, 50% retained, Russ Bunting to Pittsburgh, Robertson, McMahon, Quinlan, Hildeby. So, you know, Truck, I love the creativity there. I don't want Carlson. I don't want him at 50% retained. I don't want him at 75% retained. I just don't want him. Erik Karlsson had that unbelievable season a couple of years ago with San Jose. Dubas in Pittsburgh said, hey, we're going to give you all this kind of money because you're going to be that kind of defenseman. And he's never been able to put up those numbers again. Listen, he's getting a little old. He's still a decent defenseman. Don't want him. Roston Bunting, I would absolutely love to bring back to Toronto, especially Michael Bunting. Love Michael Bunting. And Rost, I think, is a great player. He's one of those guys, gets the garbage chipping goals in front of the net, can shoot the puck. I would love to bring those two in. I'm not so sure about moving Quinlan or Hildeby. Hildeby, you know, he's a big goaltender. He will be the goaltender of the future. But the question is, how much longer is that future going to be? We obviously know we got Stellaris here a couple more years. Will they re-sign Wall? Hildeby might be the guy that does get moved at some point, but at this point, no, I wouldn't make that trade myself. I don't want Carlson. If we could do a deal for Rust and Bunting, I would do something all day. I love those two. Yeah, David, absolutely. They gave it a good run. They gave it a real good run. All right, let's see here. Let me scroll through. Pasta can't make up his mind. Does he want to shoot the puck? You know what? That's a good point, Pocket. He really does seem like he's a little hesitant. He's hesitating just a beat, right? Why can't the Leafs beat the Bruins in the playoffs? They did the last time they got together. Emilio Estevez still coaching the Ducks. Emilio! Love Emilio Estevez. Who's the best Leaf player ever? Boy, that is like an impossible question to answer. Best Leaf player ever. I think you'll get a whole bunch of different answers depending on which generation of hockey you watched. You know, you talk about guys, and there it is. Jade dropped it in. Wendell Clark, by the way, got to hang out with Wendell yesterday. Wendell Clark definitely score goals, would beat you to oblivion. I mean, tough guy. Clark was amazing. Gilmore Sweet is another one, but Daryl Sittler, you go back, Daryl Sittler. I mean, what he did. Boris Solming, what he did. You know, Dave Keon, like there's so many great, you go back to the Mahovliches. It's so hard because it totally depends on which generation, and the game has changed so much over time. But Wendell Clark definitely has to be that top of that list. Don't forget guys like Rick Vive, who we also got to spend some time with yesterday. Rick Vive, your first Maple Leaf player to score 50 goals. So it's a pretty tough debate to have. All right, stretch my neck out. Let's go. Second period. We are underway. Boston now going from right to left. Toronto from left to right. Bruins trapped in their own zone to start this period. Going to swing this one up to the blue line. A little flip out pass. Here comes Boston cutting through. Going to dump this one off into the Leaf zone. Curling towards Riley, steals the puck away. And what's the whistle? Boston's going to get a power play. Toronto. But what's the call? Looked like a nothing little play. So Bobby McMahon for slashing. Bobby McMahon for slashing. He's going to get the penalty. Yikes. So it wasn't much of a slash. He reaches out and gets the stick up on the hands of Lindholm. And anytime you get the stick in on the hands, you're going to get some kind of a call. So Boston going to the power play. Arvidsson, Geeky, Zaka, Pasternak, and Lindholm, the first unit. Power play for Boston, ranked 13th in the league. Right off to draw. Toronto going to send this one all the way down the ice. Chris, I have never been to the Bell Center. I have not. Boston going to wind it up, start to move across. That's right. Gretzky playing on St. Louis. Putting this one across. Here's a shot. Stars with a nice save. Actually, there's a great podcast. I don't know what it's called, but Brett Hall and Kelly Chase are the hosts. Man, it is so funny. Thank you, Norin, hitting that subscribe. Welcome into the stream. Going to bring this one up. No McAvoy today for the Bruins. Boston sending it around. Here's a shot off the boards. Great save. Stolarz kicking that pad out. What an unbelievable stop. Unbelievable stop. Coming close. Here they come in front, jamming it, and Toronto's going to clear this one out and down the ice with Tony Twist. It's great. Chris, they're so funny. Brett Hall is hysterical. Hey there, Amber. Welcoming. Good to see you. Brett Hall just tells it like it is. He is so funny. This into the zone. Toronto can't clear. Boston, bottom of the faceoff dot. Here's a shot. Big rebound. Stellaris made a nice save off the blocker. 40 seconds to go on the power play. Working it around behind the net. Boston still carrying. Toronto getting up on the guy. Down in the corner. I like that Toronto's being a little aggressive on the puck carrier. Joshua trying to get it. Comes to the point. Lorai going to pass it around into the high slot with a shot. That one's blocked. And diving for it, Pasternak hacked at Joshua, tripped him up. No call. Boston keeping this one in. 15 seconds to go. Down low. Jam play. Stars is down. And a nice job here by the netminder, Anthony Stolars, to keep the pad down and keep this one out. As Yzerman jamming it in, whacking on it, and Joshua pushing his man away. But this one, holy smokes, Boston had come close a couple of times here. Pavel Zacha came close. Big block by Joshua off the knee as he goes down. Pasternak shot it right into his knee. So Yzerman jamming at Stellaris. And he keeps it in. The referee right away says no goal. So a big push there. It is going to be reviewed. Boston wants it reviewed. Call on the ice stands. No goal. Let's see what the review guys are going to say. Myers was watching Alex Steves in front. Puck did not cross the line. Don't even see it there. Oh! So they're reviewing it to say, did the puck go in the net? The puck definitely goes under his right pad, but did it go into the net before he was pushed by the Boston player? Oh, this is very, very close. Bobby Bond with the broken leg, of course. I can't tell if this completely crossed the line. You're kind of, the way it goes under the pad, it looks like it does, but you can't definitively tell the whole puck crossed the line. So I actually thought the puck was under his left leg by the post and went across the crease under his right pad. Hey, Richard, what's going on? Rusnek, welcome in. So let's see here really closely. So you can't see the puck over the line. It definitely goes under Stellaris' pad, and he comes down on it, but the question is, you cannot see definitively, is the puck across the line or not? They're taking a long look at it. A very long look at this one. Did this completely cross the line or not? A very, very long review. This is interesting. It's so difficult to tell exactly where this puck is going. Dang, bad call. So they're saying it did cross the line. They're saying this is a good goal. They're saying this did cross the line. I don't know how they can tell this. You cannot definitively see this puck crossing the line. You cannot see this definitively crossing the line. So they're going to call this a good goal. Boston is going to go up 3-2 here on a disputable call. Very interesting. Very interesting. All right, so the Bruins going to take the lead here. Yikes. I'm shocked. Absolutely shocked. They're coming around again, driving it in. Carlos shooting. And Swayman going to hang on to this one. Good job, Swayman. Good job. Unbelievable. I'm just going to say this out loud because I can. I'm getting really tired of people stealing and copying. And if you want to call yourself a creator, go and be original. Stop copying other people. My God. Frustrating. Very frustrating when people copy everything you do. Here comes Boston. Going to pick it up. Bruins on the move. Going to carry this one over. Down in the corner. Go work this one. Back up. Nylander keeping it in. Nylander. He's going to backhand this one across. Come on, Willie. Turning it over. Back up. Boston bringing this one in. Toronto turning. Here's a shot. That hits Stolarz. Goes over to the corner. 3-2 Boston now. Going to flip this one to the line. Joshua going to center it. Here comes Toronto. Slowly skating this one up to the line. Going to dump this one in. Come on, boys. Got to get this going. Yeah, Lala's place. It's just so annoying that people are, you know, they steal everything you do and then claim that they're the originators of it. That's going to be a nice and call against Boston. A lot of parents, Bruce, hands down, a lot of parents out there. Holy smokes. Hey, free runner, what's going on? It's a goal. It is called a goal. Yes, indeedy. Yeah, prep, that's true. That's true. Yeah, Lala's place, it's crazy. I don't know, when you get certain people who, well, I won't get too much into it. But when people, well, I'll leave it at that. This isn't the right place for it, but it's just frustrating. And then they yell at you for copying them when they steal everything from you. Here comes Boston over the line, putting this one right on. Stolarz going to make the nice save. And Prep, you know exactly who I'm talking about, too. A nice stop there by Stolarz, hanging on to this one. Dan, you very well said, Dan. Very well said. Chris, I love the jerseys. I really like them. I like them a lot. T-Roy, nah, they'll come back. They'll be in here. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. So come on, Toronto. They've allowed 3+ goals in a lot of games this year. Back to the line. Boston. Lindholm shooting this one. It's going to go just wide. Down over at the side. They can't hold it in. It's going to come out. Going to flip this one in. Long pass going to be tipped up over the line. Here comes Robertson. Robertson dragging. Robertson shooting. Hits the side of the net. Nice job there by little Nicky. He's flying here. Robertson is flying here. We next welcome in. I mixed it up on my tickets to the Maple Leafs and Bruins. This game will be a toss-up. It is going to be. These two teams have been so close. So close all the way through. Up over the line. Pasternak with a nice dangle right in. Stolarz with the pad down. And it's in the net. Oh, no. Benoit all over him. Misplay. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. Welcome in, JJ. Oh, Pasternak driving this one. Just absolutely fighting this one through. Absolutely fighting this one through. David Pasternak. Dingle, dangle, and Benoit was all over him. Simon Benoit was going to take a penalty. And David Pasternak, a la like EA Sports NHL 94, just drives this one right to the net. And it trickles under Stolarz. Oh, my goodness. Hey, welcome in. All is well up here All is well. Thank you for asking, Hal. I hope you're doing well. That was horrible. That was not a good stop. David Pasternak just driving through. We're going to get a goalie change here. Stolarz is coming out. Him and Hildeby having a quick conversation. And the Marley goaltender, Dennis Hildeby, he has a 3-3-0 record with the Leafs last season in a 3-3-3 goals against. All threes for Dennis Hildeby. So 4-2 Boston here. Stolarz gets yanked. Hildeby is going to come in the net here. So the Hildebeest getting an opportunity to play in tonight's game. David Pasternak on the board. Going to flip this one back around. Toronto trying to center it. Maple Leafs had it in Boston zone. Working it through the high slot over to Domi. Domi tried to center it to Lawton. Comes back to the point. Playing this one around. Hey, Bird, welcome in. Trying to keep this one in. Lawton flipping it around behind the net. Trying to dig this one through. Can't do it. Trying to work it. Trying to stick lift. Boston strong on the puck. There's some holding. Where's the call, ref? Shot is going to be high as Steven Lorentz had his stick being held. No call. 19 shots now for Boston. Only 11 for Toronto. Toronto, you cannot win games with 11 shots on net. Have to get more shots. Bring back Ed Belfour. Ryan, how's it going? Toronto throwing in the towel with that move. That was a weak defensive move. You got to be stronger. Got to be much stronger than that. Loft, thank you for the follow. Or Lloyd, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Dryden, welcome in. Always, right? Always. It was a great first period, but Toronto struggling here in the second period. Bring back Potvin. So the Leafs face off in the Boston end of the ice. Lindholm and Geekie picking up the assists. Boston going to come away with the puck off the draw. Going to bounce this one down. Big hit thrown there by Toronto. Myers getting tied up along the boards. Matthews in here. He's fighting for it. This is going to come out of the Leaf zone. Boston, though, with it. And here comes the Leaf forecheck. They can't turn it around. They got to get the skates going. When they skate, good things happen. Nylander can't take it away. Back around Boston. Finally, Matthews takes it away from him. Leafs going to play it around behind their own net. Long pass up off the boards. It hits Nylander's stick. That shouldn't be icing. It went off Nylander, but hey, they say it's icing. So Nylander getting his feet moving here. Have to keep it going. Most goals on a Saturday since the 16-17 season. It's Austin Matthews, 111, and Pasternak behind him at 104 goals on Saturday nights. Bird, it's in France. It's 2:34 a.m. Oh, goodness. Well, a good morning to you. A very good morning to you. 14-14 to go here in the second period. Toronto off the draw, plays it to Ekman Larson, wrapping it around the board. Nice, it's in your feet. Boston going to come away with it, trying to hold the line. They do. Going to play this one up. They turn it over. Here comes Nylander. Nylander trying to get in, loses it, regains it, now dumps it down deep. Working through, Domi comes in flying. Boston going to go behind the net, working it up here on the near side of the ice. Lindholm bringing it in. He's going to get bumped by Carlo. Over to McCabe. McCabe trying to get through, squeezing through. Trying to work it. Picked up by Lawton. Lawton going to play this one ahead. Little chip pass, and again, Boston going to break this one up. Puck is really bouncing. It's sitting there. Here comes Toronto up over the line. Dumping it off to Domi. Domi shooting. And that one is deflected up and at a play. Cecilia, how's it going? Score, Leafs score. Score, Leafs score. Let's get it going. They're going to go to commercial break. I think it's time for you to get in the game. JDA, you know, it's funny. After the skate yesterday, I came home, and I don't know if it was just going up and down the stadium stairs or whatnot, but my knees, my back, man, I've never felt so old than I did last night and getting out of bed this morning. The knees and the back, definitely feeling it. James, thank you so much for all the gifts, man. I appreciate that very much. But welcome in, everybody. Thank you for being here tonight. If you are just coming in, hit that like button for us. Make sure you tap that thumbs up. We appreciate it. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, kindly hit that subscribe as well. We'd love for you to be part of our hockey community going forward as we're going to look to bring on more of the good stuff. So thank you for being a part of what we do. And again, here we want to talk to you. It's not pay to play. Come in, share your opinions, share who you like. Hey, Joey, welcome in. We want to hear it. So thanks for being around with us. Well, let's go. Let's do it. 6 in a row. Joey, they're playing well. They're playing really, really well. They're getting some serious production. Hey, listen, you got to give the Bruins props, right? They're getting serious production from their squads. It is incredible, absolutely incredible what they are doing. So good on them. Good on them. Just keep it going for the Bruins. For the Maple Leafs, they got to find a way real quickly how to turn things back around, because it's a little ugly. It's a little ugly, but they will. No doubt about it. They will certainly pick it back up and find their way. All right, folks. Let's go. This is going to be played around. Boston going to chip it out. Tavares getting it back to McMahon. Leafs going to set it up in their own zone. Going to look to work forward. Leafs, long pass, far side of the ice, curling towards the middle. Up over the line, Tavares dropping it off. They're going to roll it right on, and Swayman is there to fall on it, and he's going to hang on to it. I'm going to ask where the referees are before I choose between heaven and hell. James, that's outstanding. Hey, Mitch, welcome in. Not been on since the Jays lost. Go Leafs. Mitch, thanks for being here. Yeah, it's been, our schedule has been a little wishy-washy over the last week or so. And next week as well, we got between our hockey and we have a couple big family events coming up. So our schedule is going to be a little wishy-washy, but make sure you check back, and we're going to post some stuff. We're going to try and get it posted in advance. There's a rebound in front, Toronto digging at it, but we might not be able to get stuff up too far in advance. Here's Nylander, has hit his pocket picked. Riley turns back with it, only 13 shots for Toronto. Toronto Matthews tripped, gives it away. Here comes Boston. Pasternak stopping, popping, shooting, and that caught a piece. The monster just got a piece of it, the Hildebeest. This is going to be chipped all the way down the ice. Swayman out to stop it. Lohrei is going to turn around with it. Here comes Mason Lohrei. I like him a lot. He's a real solid defenseman. Hey there, James. Welcome in from Nova Scotia. Boston with it at center ice. 12 minutes to go here in period number 2. Bruins playing it in. Ekman Larson has it along the sideboards. Going to play it around. Trying to shovel this one through. Leafs struggling to get it out of their own zone now. Boston doing a good job trapping it in. Waugh going to play it ahead to Joshua. Off the boards. He's going to chase this one in. Can't squeeze across. Waugh now working on it. He can't keep it in. This is going to come out. All 3 forwards go to the one Boston Bruin player with the puck. They were able to keep it in, though. Michelli, he overskates it. And again, Lohrei, he's going to carry it to the middle of the ice. Pass up the middle of Pasternak. Pasternak returning it to Lohrei. Lohrei, toe drag, shooting. Good save, and Hildebeest's bucket comes flying off. Mason Lohrei with a great move, a little dangle into the slot. And Hildebeest's mask comes popping off after taking that shot. What a great move. Mason Lohrei, wow. Toronto came close, so they rang the post, dinged the posts. So gotta keep digging. Keep digging. But boy, this one shot right off the cage. And the back strap pops right up and the helmet falls forward. So Hildeby going to go over to the bench and make sure his mask is okay. Get that repaired. Hildeby is a big guy. He is, when I say a monster, he is legitimately a monster. He is a huge player. I think he's like 6'7", if I recall. I mean, absolutely. Let me look this up because I don't want to lie to you. He is 6'7", 231 pounds. He's just 24 years of age. That's it. 6'7". That's huge. He's taller than me by just a little bit, Dallas. Just a little bit. Here's another shot. This one going cross ice, back and forth. Hildeby power sliding back and forth. RK, it's coming in. It's coming in. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. 6'7". Shame on me. This is going to play it up by Yoki Harlu. Toronto back with it in their own zone. Going to bounce this one around. Here come the Leafs. Long pass, Tavares. Tavares. He's going to chip this one up. McMahon trying to dig for it. Going to come up over the line. Taking a look. A long shot. Hildeby is down. Got a piece of this one. Back around behind. I can't believe I fell into that trap. This is going to be picked up, and here comes Toronto, flipping this one up and all the way down the ice. He's almost a foot taller than you. Hayden, he's a big man. Toronto going to work it through. 4-2 Boston. Leafs really not playing well in this second period. They've only had 6 shots. They had 6 in the first, 6 here in the second. But the energy seems to have gone away. Driving towards the net. Going for the wraparound, centering it, nobody home. Nylander at the point. Willie looking, going cross ice to Domi. Peppers it in for Lawton. And a big poke check there is going to knock this one away. Oh, my goodness. Very close play. Hey, David, welcome in. Here comes Nylander. Going to side this one through again for Domi, and he couldn't come up with it. Domi and Lawton going to sandwich their man. Here comes Alex Steves. Steves going to carry this one up. He's going to get hit hard. Cycling around down in the corner. Kostelic putting it to the point with a shot. That one goes just wide. And they're going to say deflection as that one goes up and out of play. Bonadar, how's it going? Concern this year. I can understand that. I can understand that. I'll say it now. We should have kept Marner. He could have been 100 foot and showing defensive side. Yeah, Theo. Yeah, listen. I think all season long, when things are not going well for the Blue Jays, oh dear Lord, when things are not going well for the Maple Leafs, that is going to be the answer. We should have kept him. We should have kept him. I still don't think he would solve these issues. We've seen the Leafs in these kind of slumps when he was here. The one area of the game I think it does make a difference is on the power play. I think that is where we are hurting the most. I think if Toronto can fix its challenges on the power play, that will solve a lot of other things. Things will fall into place. They're 31 out of 32 right now on the power play, and that's the big problem. Girl, bye. Not a better third period team in the league. And that's a good point, Mark. They are leading the league right now in third period of goals. They are a great comeback team as long as they can keep it close. But this Boston team has been playing hard, right? This is a hard-hitting, a very solid Boston Bruins team. Hey, Nate, welcome in. No Jays came to... Boo. Those, you know, it's funny. I took my Jays gear, my hats, my T-shirts, you know, everything we would wear when streaming, and we started taking it upstairs to put it all away, and oh, man, it was sad. It was sad. It was sad. But listen, what a run. What a run the Blue Jays took us on. That was so much fun. So much fun, and I cannot wait for them to do it again. I really, really can't. Why can't they play a full 60? Steve, that is the $8 million question. Why can't they play a full 60-minute game? Can we play 40 of the 60 minutes? I'd be okay for that right now. 9.5 to go here in period number 2. Leafs trying to get it out. Nyes digging at the point. It's going to come over to Nylander. That goes between his skates and comes all the way out. Hey, John, welcome in. It really was. It was the best World Series I've seen in a long time. Here's a quick shot. Hildeby going to glove this one. It really, I mean, it had everything, right? It had absolutely everything. It had controversy. It had missed balls and strikes on both teams. It had big home runs. It had pickoffs. It had challenges. I mean, it had everything. I mean, we're talking an 18-inning game. We're talking game 7, extra innings. I mean, it really had everything. Joe Little, I need Austin Matthews to score for 900. So almost sounds like you're playing Jeopardy. We'll take Austin Matthews for 900, please. Hopefully he can get it. Leafs seem to look a little lazy. Charlie, they do seem to look a little lazy. A little slow, right? A little slow. Best World Series since the last Chase World Series. Here's a one-timer from the point. Zadorov misses. That's going to come all the way back around. Boston winning the battles right now. They're going to work this one up. Toronto, Ekman-Larsson steals the puck. Going to bring it up. Here it comes. Going to flip into the corner. Waugh going in after it. Michelli in front of the net. Puck comes behind him. Takes a cross check right on the name patch. Goes down. No call. Toronto has to tag up. Here comes Joshua with a shot. That one goes just wide. Michelli thought about leaving it for Riley, then took it and ends up giving the puck away. Boston going to back this one out. Back up to Michelli. He misses it. Boston going to play this one back in their own zone. Going to look to set it up. Vi, what's going on? Gumdrop, welcome in. Here they come again. The Bruins up over the middle. Nice little zigzag play there, rolling it towards the net as Victor Arvidsson came dancing in. And that's one of the things I like a lot about Victor Arvidsson is he really can dance. He can really dangle, and you gotta watch this kid a lot. Leafs are just going through the motions. Yeah, this is a little bit of an ugly period. Those quick goals, I think, really kind of took the wind out of the sails of Toronto. It was a good first period. I don't know what on earth happened here in the second. They need a new power play coach. Travis, yes. Power play has to get sorted out, right? They have to get sorted out. Gumdrop, I think we all do in one way or another. Hey, Mr. Ben, good to see ya. So here it comes, Arvidsson. He's going to take this draw. It's a little bit of a scramble. It's in the feet of everybody, and the Bruins going to pull it away. Little backhand into the chest of Hildeby. He's going to hang on to it. Little pushing and shoving there after the whistle is Philippe Myers getting in on the action. You know, I thought Myers, a big guy, a young guy. He's kind of fitting and playing his role well. A few kind of defensive blunders, but I think he's doing okay. Brennan, what's going on? Welcome in. It's going to be an icing call against Toronto, so bring it right back to the Maple Leafs end of the ice. We're always losing in the second period. Yeah, hey, they figured the Blue Jays had what? Was it 48 or 49 comeback wins this year? They just, they want to be able to match what they did. Panthers are struggling. Panthers are going to struggle. You have two of your top players out with injury. It doesn't surprise me of the struggles that they have right now. Boston walking out in front. Zaka getting knocked off the puck. Good job by Toronto defensively there. That one made me a little nervous. They're going to play it down. Swayman comes out. He's going to stop it. That's right, David. They're going to come back. Hey, Trevor, welcome in. This is going to be dumped all the way down the ice. Pushed up into the boards, trying to get in there and help. Nick Robertson helping out. Puck came the other way. Zaka throws him down. Alex Steves battling. Myers throws him down. Comes to Ekman-Larsson. Eki going to play it ahead. Go Toronto, skate. Here comes Lawton. Going to dish this one over. Nice little move here by Nyes. Back down to Lawton. Lawton off the boards. Sending this one around. How about Nazem Kadri? 1,000 game played in the NHL, plus a goal in the game. John, it's so hard to even think about Nazem Kadri playing 1,000 games. Here's a shot right on and a nice save by Swayman. It's so hard to believe that Kadri's been in the league that long already. Yeah, I mean, with Tkachuk out until, December, January, no idea when Barkov is going to return. The Panthers, yeah, they're going to struggle, but they'll figure it out. They will figure it out for sure. By the way, you'll see all throughout the chats we're dropping in some links to support MS Canada. We have a fundraiser going on right now in support of MS Canada. So if you are able, if you have a few bucks to spare, click on over to our fundraising page. Everything you give does not come to us at the channel. It goes right through to MS. So thank you for supporting the MS Foundation. Toronto can hold the zone with 6:40 to go in period number 2. Puck is going to come out. Leafs have to tag up, but Zadorov is going to bring this one up. Over to Pasternak, cutting towards the middle, passing it across, going back door. Great block. Jake McCabe just saves a goal. And there's a huge hit. And we got a fight. Zadorov turns and drops the gloves. We got a fight going on. Bobby McMahon and Zadorov. Bobby Mack, you have no chance. Zadorov has size and reach on you, but good job, Bobby Mack, standing up for his teammate. Little right hand. Zadorov is just kind of leaning on him. He's got him in a headlock, and he's kind of filling him in. I think he's giving him a noogie right now as the linesman going to step up. Zadorov stepped up and absolutely flattened. I didn't see who it is because the camera panned too quickly, and McMahon came right at Zadorov, and Zadorov stopped, threw his gloves, turned around, and got right in there. So good job, Bobby McMahon, for standing up to him for a guy twice his size. So it all started with Morgan Geekie shooting on a wide open net. Jake McCabe going down and took that one in the rib cage. It was Scott Lawton that gets absolutely blindsided by Zadorov. Lawton with his head down. Zadorov steps into him, gets the shoulder up a little high, and then Bobby Mack comes over to Zadorov, and Zadorov kind of turns, and Lawton's going to leave. The trainer is going to grab him. Scott Lawton is going to go for concussion protocol. As that shot, to me, was a little high. And coach is screaming about it being a headshot. So the elbow definitely comes up and catches him. The question is, was it a follow through the shoulder? Can't tell from that angle. The elbow definitely comes up, but I think it was more of a follow through. And I don't like how Zadorov initially started skating away and then turned and came at McMahon. He didn't kind of square up right away. So we're going to get 5-on-5 as each guy is going to get 5 minutes each for fighting. But should have been a call for shot up high. Hey, Rob, welcome in. Yeah, good to McMahon for sure. Hey, Isaiah, welcome in. Friend of David, welcome in, Isaiah. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for watching along. Big Zadorov. Used to be named Zadorov. Didn't like that and then wanted everyone to call him Zadorov. But Big Z. Here comes Toronto up over the line. Here's a long shot. That one's going to go just wide. 5:45 to go here in the second period. Back to the point. Benoit, his one-timer flutters just wide. Yeah, Rocks, he did. He did. Hey, Wayne, welcome in. Good to see you. Toronto cycling around, going up high. That's off the shoulder and at a play. Joel, it's we're watching here today on Sportsnet. We are from Toronto. We're from the Toronto area, and we are watching on Sportsnet. That's where we're able to see it. Hey, Peg, welcome in. But boy, oh boy, big hit from Big Z. How big is Zadorov? He's huge. He's huge. He is a big guy. I'll tell you. Give me a second here. Let me pull him up here. Zadorov, 6'7", 6'7", 225 pounds. Okay, so that's Zadorov, 6'7", 225. Scott Lawton, who he hit, is only 6'1", right? So he goes, hits him, and Bobby McMahon, who drops the glove, is 6'2". So Zadorov has like 6-7 inches on these guys. And man, he hit Lawton hard. So Scott Lawton has left the game. You shout out Grayer. Hey, Grayer, welcome in as well. Give Grayer a shout out. Holy moly. Holy moly is right. Why are there no Toronto football game? Joey, that's because the Toronto Argonauts were terrible this year. The Toronto Argonauts were terrible. Yeah, Simon, congrats on the Owls going to the Grey Cup. That's a big win. I'm shocked. I thought the I thought the Ticats were going to take it. I was very surprised there. Hey, Jason, welcome in. Not even making the damn playoffs. Jason, what are we, like 13, 14 games in? They'll make the playoffs. Lawton did just come back from injury. That's right. He's only played a handful of games, but he is just back from injury, which is very, very unfortunate for him. He only played one game going into tonight. Like, he literally just came back. What league is the Tiger Cats via? The Canadian Football League, the CFL. I'm not sure you're a fan. I need more. This cycling around, Nick Robertson doing a good job digging here in the corner. Going to play it back to the point. Ekman Larson across for Riley with a shot. That one is tipped wide. Goes to the half boards. A little stick lift there. Matthews can't come up with it. And this is going to be flipped out. 5 minutes to go here in the second period. Turning around, Riley bouncing it off the boards. Intercepted. Boston bringing it right back in. Driving towards the net. Backhanded pass is deflected into the corner. Riley, he's there. One hand on the stick. He's going to give it away. We got a penalty coming up. And it's going to be a slash. And this should be Tanner Jeannot going to the box. So Toronto will get a power play opportunity here. So Jeannot is going to go a little whack or a big whack on Morgan Riley as he was coming around the corner. Yep, he actually broke the stick. Snapped the stick. Was it Riley's stick that broke? Yeah. The slash snaps Riley's stick in half right in front of the referee too. We need a Zadorov. I agree with you. Hey, Danny, welcome in. Think the Ducks will make the playoffs this year. So far, they're looking like it. They look outstanding, the Ducks, this year. Of course, the Ducks and the Sharks were our kind of sleeper picks who we figured would be much better this year. All right, on the power play, it's Michelli, Robertson, Domi, Waugh, and Riley. The second unit getting a chance to start on the power play here. Let's see what they can do. The official Juice, welcome in. Here comes Domi. Max going to work it up to Waugh, dumping it in. Domi flying here, pulling up. Domi going back to the point. Nobody home. Oh, what a great setup. And Domi elected to go to the point. And he missed, and it comes all the way back. Here comes the Leafs again. Michelli bringing it in. Return feed. Michelli banking it to the boards. Riley settling it down. Over to Waugh. The passes are just off tonight. Off. Gumdrop, thank you so much. Cal will be back up. I hope so, Travis. I hope he'll get a chance. They're going to bring this one in. A little flip pass over to the side. 1 minute to go. Nyzy coming on. Sending it around the boards. Tavares was going towards the middle. He can't hold this one in. And the top unit coming on now with a minute left to go. Since not making the playoffs, we'll see. Watching the Grey Cup next Sunday. Yeah, we'll be at a massive family event next Sunday. I'm actually going to miss the Grey Cup for the first time in a long time, which is very unfortunate, but it's for a good reason. Ekman Larson, his pass almost got intercepted. Nylander spinning around. Nylander gets hauled down. Arm does not go up. Ekman Larson back over to Willie. Willie, top of the faceoff dot. Down low to Tavares in front for the backhand. He puts it just wide. Nyes back to Nylander. Willie to Matthews. Matthews up top. Ekman Larson to Willie to Tavares. Shoots. He scores. Johnny T. Let's go, Tavares. Gets the goal. John Tavares. Beautiful passing. Beautiful passing. Why don't they do this more? Great working it around. Tavares in the middle. They bump it around. It comes to him, and he goes blocker side and absolutely buries it. Wanda Ferris, thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button. Welcome to our community. If you haven't subscribed yet, be like Wanda, like that blue lamp, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you're hitting that thumbs up as well. Let's go. See, when they shoot, good things happen, Steve. You're right. Another power play goal here for Toronto, and this is kind of what they needed. A couple power play goals. I thought Michelli's was also on the power play, but I guess the power play had just ended. Here comes Boston again. Big save here by Hildeby. Toronto going to turn. Nylander and Ekman-Larsson getting the assists. Into the zone. Leafs setting it up. Trying to work across. 2:40 to go. It's a 1-goal game. 4-3 Boston. Here come the Bruins. Carrying this one ahead. Cross ice pass. Over the line. Pulling up. Cutting towards the middle. Dumping it over to Pasternak. Pasta cycling this one down low. McCabe grabbing the loose puck. Going to play it up. Look out. Too many Leafs going to the same area of the ice. Hey, Ian, welcome in. Leafs going to send it down. That's going to be an icing call. Theo, Sam Eagle, welcome in. Big time Instagram pictures. Theo, just wait. We haven't even had a chance to put everything together, but yeah, we got a great little short video we're going to put together. We'll post it as a short, so you can go check it out from our day yesterday at the Scotiabank Arena. Peace, Meagle, how's it going? Rest up, welcome in. Dedicated Toronto fan all the way. Lauren, what's going on? Let's go Leafs. Hey there, Josh. Of course, we had the privilege yesterday spending some time with Wendell Clark, Rick Vive, Daryl Sittler, Ekman-Larsson. Going to be dumped off. Flipped up, and this coming all the way down the ice. Boston in their own zone. Yukalaru going to pass this one up, turning it over. Toronto right by their bench. Close to too many men on the ice. They put it in, but not deep. 2 minutes to go. Boston working this one up. Back into Toronto's end. Toronto getting this one out. Good work here by William Nylander. Couple of goals go right to the legs. Myers going back in the corner. Riley there as well. Bruins going to cut it down. Playing it right up the middle. High slot. Turning. Shooting. Deflected right on. Riley going to kick this one. Bringing it over to the boards. Up to Nylander. Willie plays this back. Myers to Domi. Domi sending it airmail. There's a high stick. Tavares got the stick up. Lohrei threw his head back, but no call. Boston turning the other way. In trying to get around Alex Steeves, centering it across. This is going to be chipped aside. 1:20 to go. Here's a shot right on and a nice save made. Paul, great question. My favorite active Leaf, Matty Nyes. No doubt. Matthew Nyes all the way. He's been so good for the last couple seasons. Man, big time player. I'm a big fan of his. Big fan of his. Of course, the other video we're going to have posted, if you missed it earlier in the pregame, we purchased over at Scotiabank Arena a Toronto Maple Leaf Real Sports treasure chest, I should say. Treasure chest. So we're going to post the opening of what was inside of it. Gonna play this right in front. A shovel pass. That didn't work. There's an autographed jersey, an autographed puck, and an autographed 8x10. Who did we get? You'll have to wait for the video and find out. This coming around in the corner. Matthews with it. Matthews gonna cycle it around.
Last minute of play in this period.
This gonna come out over. Toronto gonna drop it back. Here's a long shot. That one is kicked aside. Robertson doing a nice job in the corner. Puck comes behind Ekman-Larsson. Leafs backing it up. 45 seconds to go. And that's going to be chipped up and at a plant. Even though I'm a Bees fan, I do like Nyes. Nyes is so good. He is so good. Anaheim is doing great. Drew, what's going on? Been a while. Good to see you. Looking good and in game shape. Low from BC. Drew, thank you so much. I don't feel like I'm in game shape. I'll tell you that much. The nicest goalie mask ever is Palmatier. Saw his teeth. Palmatier, yeah, was a great mask. I actually like one of Grant Fuhrer's early Edmonton masks was pretty cool as well. But there's some real nice ones out there. Real nice ones. That guy, Caleb, what's going on? I watch a little bit. Not much. I'm a Bills guy, though, for what I do watch. This is going to be flipped up and all the way down the ice. We're hoping to get some Bills action live on the channel. We just have to get through the next couple of weeks with all the events going on. Of course, they all happen to be weekend events. Flipping this one in. 17 seconds to go. Going to the Canucks Blue Jackets game tonight. Not the best game, but cool to spend the night with my dad on his birthday. That is very cool. Happy birthday to your dad. Enjoy the game. Boston back to the point with 2 seconds to go. There goes the buzzer, and this period is done. Yeah, Brandon, we do. And let me switch this up. There we go. Yeah, we'll be watching the Raptors as well. Same kind of thing for the Raptors. If like a night like tonight where Toronto has the Leafs and Raptors both playing, we'll cover the Leafs. We're hoping to get some Raptors games coming up as well. Just with baseball and everything we kind of have going on right now. We haven't been able to build our Raptor stuff, so we're going to get that coming soon. We like to do that. I'm actually a mass. Oh, Alex, you are. That's very cool. Alex, you've probably done some real great designs. We were thinking my little guy who's playing rep hockey. We wondered, do we do something special and get his helmet painted up? But he's almost out of this size, so we're kind of waiting till we get the next helmet, and then we'll see what we're gonna do. But I think that's cool. Painting masks. You got to be super talented. There's some real cool designs. PFKS, we will be. We haven't yet, but we will be. Once all of these events kind of finish, we're going to start to get into it a little bit. For sure. All right, let's take a look here real quick at the edit. Well, let's go over the stats here first. In the second period, your goal scorer is Michael Eismont, his 4th on the power play. Pasternak, his 8th. And then John Tavares, also his 8th. That was on the power play. Nylander and Ekman-Larsson picking up the assists. 27-18, the total shots on net. Toronto 26 for 48 in the face-off circle, 54.2%, which is pretty good. Toronto is 2 for 3 on the power play. They needed that big time. Boston is 1 for 1. 20 hits for the Maple Leafs, 15 for the Bruins. 6 block shots for Toronto, 9 for Boston. Giveaways are atrocious, though. If giveaways make you nauseous, well, this is going to hurt. 17 giveaways for Boston, 16 giveaways for Toronto. Yikes. In 2 periods of play, that is really, really bad. Hashu, welcome in. What's your favorite mask? Eddie's eagle was really, yeah, that was really cool. Belfour's eagle for sure. Curtis Joseph's, his dog mask was very, very cool. And I think I mentioned it before. One of the old Grant Fuhr masks where it was like the plaster, it had that odd shape to it, was very, very cool. Definitely David, what's going on? Don't really follow hockey, but you call such a great World Series. I thought I'd tune in for a little slapstick. I appreciate that, David. Thank you so much for coming in today and showing your support. Hey, Jake, welcome in. Welcome to the party. Yeah, Lucas, second period was not good. Second period was not good at all. Daryl Fox acted as if he was cheering. It was him. It was great. See above. How far above? How far above am I looking? I remember a story that Terry Fox had a brother named Daryl. When Terry ran through Toronto, Daryl Sittler and Daryl Fox ran near the back. Everyone was cheering on Sittler and Daryl waved back. That is funny. That is very funny. I will tell you, before we get to the other scores, seeing Daryl Sittler yesterday. Listen, Daryl Sittler, he's a legend through and through. But man, I will tell you, he is starting to age. It looked like forever he never changed, but him and Rick Vive certainly have started to age. But it is crazy. 2 of the best, Sittler and Vive for sure. Second, Pavan was great. That's true. It was a great mask as well. 67, really the last time Leafs won the Stanley Cup? Yes. Disc golf. Unfortunately, that is fact. Hey, Luke, welcome in. Kind of new to hockey, kind of a new hockey fan here, but love the Mammoth and watched the Mammoth versus Toronto the other day. I know they lost, but a great game. Yeah, Luke, listen, the Mammoth is a good team. Listen, they're down to Montreal right now, 3-2. I like the Mammoth a lot. They're a fun, if you're a new hockey fan and you're new to it, there's a couple great players on the Mammoth that I think will be a lot of fun for you to watch. And I'll talk about those in just a second. Abigail D coming in with the 5 spot. Thank you so much for the super chat. Joined for the Blue Jays, but love this community, so I guess it's time to learn about hockey. No time like the present. D, thank you so much for the super chat. And I will tell you this, if you or any new hockey fans, Luke, you as well, if any of you have any questions about the game, about the rules, about the players, please ask. I will try my best to answer it. If I can't, some of our mods or some of our amazing people in this community will absolutely answer your questions for you. But welcome. Thank you for being here. Hockey is so much fun. It is amazing. Sittler had 6 goals, 4 assists. Island Jack, I believe that's what it was. But yeah, 10 points in a single game, which is incredible. Have they shown? No, Toronto. I have not seen conclusive evidence. I've seen it roll under his pad. You can see it cross the goal line, but you can't definitively see the whole puck cross the line. I have not seen that clip just yet. Have you always been a great at announcing sports? Sweet. Thank you. That is too sweet. I don't know how to answer that. It's a passion of mine. I've loved it. I've loved everything about kind of sports, which you all know right now. When I was younger, in my teenage years, I used to DJ a little bit, and slowly from there, I started getting a love for radio and broadcasting. The problem is, and if anybody out there has had the passion and looked into it for schooling, it's a lot of work, but then to start your career, you have to be willing to move all over the place and work all hours of the night. And that part wasn't for me. So when YouTube and these streaming platforms became available and I kind of figured my way through it, it was awesome. And I'm glad I was able to get a platform to call games. Do you like any other team besides Toronto? Yes, I'm a big Florida Panther guy. Big Florida Panther guy. In fact, oh no, I just dropped everything on the floor. I'll pick that up. But I got my Panthers hat right here. I'm a big Panthers fan. I do spend some time in Florida every year, and I've been a Panther fan since the team kind of came into existence. So yeah, Panthers are my number 2 team, but Toronto always number 1. Toronto always number 1. All right, let me back up. I want to make sure I don't miss some of these comments. Do I think the Leafs are missing Mitch? On the power play, I do. But no, I think they'll be okay without him. You know what's funny? Every single original 6 team has a Stanley Cup picture in color in the boo, Ian. That's a good chirp, though. See, Ian, that is so much more creative than just saying 1967. I like that. Thank you, Ian, for being creative. Unfortunately, 1932 is the last time the Leafs won 3 playoff rounds in year. I don't think, did they have 3 playoff rounds in 1932? I know, I thought it was only 2, but maybe it was 3. I mean, it's changed. The playoff structure's changed. I forget which year it changed in. What do you think of Brendan Carlo? Jake, I personally am not a big fan of Brendan Carlo. Hey, Joshua, good to see you. Got a question, though. Do you agree the Dodgers cheated? No, I don't think the Dodgers cheated. There's no cheating in sport. There's no cheating in sport. There's bad calls. There's bad decisions, but no, I don't think the Dodgers cheated. But yeah, not a big fan of Brendan Carlo. He has not lived up to my expectations at all. Didn't Cujo have the best helmet? It was pretty good. I also liked his St. Louis Blues one. He had a cool St. Louis Blues one as well. Let's see here. Taco. Hello. Taco is funny. Leafs fans still exist. Absolutely. Toronto's one of the most popular teams. Loved and hated. I think they have the biggest fan base around, North America. Any game you go to, there's on the road, you'll see Leaf jerseys everywhere. Victor, how's it going? Welcome in. Let's see here. Rangers about to get shut out again. Oh, yikes. Rangers, tough one. Brian, how's it going? Yes, no doubt. I'm fairly certain the Maple Leafs will make the playoffs. Hey, Terrence, welcome in. Even if there's no crying in baseball. There's no crying in baseball. Mary, how's it going? Welcome in. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Should the Leafs re-sign Nick Robertson? So, great question. I'm a big Nick Robertson fan. I've been giving this guy props for the last 2 years. I want him to stick around. I think he's done enough to prove that he can play. The guy's a goal scorer, but I don't know. They don't have a lot of roster room, especially if they want Easton Cowan to play. And of course, Yarncroc in the situation with Kempf, there's not a lot of roster spots. And Nick Robertson, he could just be playing himself to a point where he becomes real solid trade bait, unfortunately. Who's your favorite Leafs player? Mine as Tucker guy. Tucker was great, and he's a nice guy too. Thank you for the subscribe. I had a chance to talk with Tucker a couple of years back. Super, super nice guy. Yeah, great hockey guy. Obviously, big time passion. Wendell Clark always, is one of the top guys on my list. Dougie Gilmore as well. But I don't think you can go wrong with any of those guys. Totally depends on the era you grew up watching as well. Some that grew up in kind of the late 70s, early 80s might be a more like Vincent D'Anfous. Those type of guys. Gary Lehman, Peter Zezel, of course, was so good. Lot of really good names from back then. But yeah, Wendell Clark for sure up there. Carson, again, thank you so much for hitting that subscribe. Appreciate it. Hey, Leviathan, how's it going? About the Raptors 4-win streak. Raptors are looking good. It was a tough start. But they're picking it up. That's right. Least we forget. Absolutely. Remembrance Day officially coming up on, it's Tuesday, right? Tuesday is the 11th. Toronto's going to be playing Boston again on Tuesday, November 11th. So that will be our Remembrance Day, but they did a very nice Remembrance Day here today to open it up. They had some folks in honoring some folks on the ice, 100 and 102 years old, which is absolutely incredible. Gary Roberts, yes. Gary Roberts was, boy, how good was Roberts too, right? Gary Roberts, man, Leafs wouldn't have been able to do a lot without Gary Roberts. Andrew's still rubbing it in. That's okay, Andrew. You just get it out of your system. It's all good. I think you will barely make it. We'll see. It's going to be a dogfight, but they're right in it, right? They're not that far behind, and it's still very early. Hey, Dave, good to see you. Canadian cold front is coming to Florida. I just heard that. My partner channel, the Florida Park Explorers, and I were chit-chatting earlier today, and he mentioned to me, what was that? Oh, it's you. Big Arctic chill, Arctic blast is coming down to Florida. Hope it's not going to get too cold for y'all. The Leafs will make the playoffs, and my hair will turn gray. It will be a tough first round, that's for sure. All right, let me take a moment. I love chatting with all of you, but let me take a moment, just go over the out-of-town scores. Capitals and Lightning, they're tied at 2s. That one is in the third period. And do we get another goal from the Great Eight? We do not, but we do have to give him props. Alexander McGillney, 900 goals. 3-0, the Islanders over the Rangers. Yikes, we know Ranger fans are hurting. The Blues, 3-2 over the Kraken. The Hurricanes, 4-3 over the Sabres. Looks like Owen Power with a goal, Tage Thompson with a goal, Alex Tuck with the goal. Tuck and Thompson each with 6 now, but the Sabres, talk about a tough start to a season. 3-2 Montreal over the Mammoth. For Utah, Kaler Yamamoto and Lawson Krause picking up the goals for Montreal. Kapanen, Caulfield, and Newhook. And looks like Demidov has an assist. That's it in action right now. The Senators beat the Flyers earlier today in overtime 3-2. The Devils over the Penguins 2-1. Who scored in that one? Ryan Graves. The goal for Penguins. Why isn't it showing the other? Oh, it was a shootout. That's why. And the Stars 5-4 over the Predators. High scoring game. Wow. Rupe Heinz getting a goal. Philippe Forsberg with a goal. Stamkos with a goal. Nice. The big guns getting some goals there. So that is your out-of-town scoreboard. Coming up at 10 o'clock tonight, Panthers and Sharks. You know what? I'm going to have to watch that one. That's good. Oh, it's on Sportsnet Plus. Darn, means I may have to subscribe to the center ice. That's going to be a good game. Panthers and Sharks. I want to watch that one. Blue Jackets and Canucks and Ducks and Golden Knights also coming up. Now, we said we wanted to talk about the Ducks a little bit. And man, talk about these Ducks. What a start to the season. They are having their second place in the Western Conference, just behind Colorado. Colorado 21 points, 8-1-5. Anaheim 9-3-1, 19 points for the Duckleheads. That is crazy. The San Jose Sharks, further down the list, they are 11th, but holy smokes, this is crazy right now. The Ducks would be in the playoffs. They would actually get that first spot in the Pacific Division, start in the playoffs, which would be absolutely crazy to see. Ducks put such a good run together, and I can't wait to see what the Ducks are going to continue to do. All right, let's see. Hey, Bart, how's it going? Gary Roberts is a legend, especially amongst players who've trained with him. Yeah, Bart, Gary Roberts started a new facility in Vaughan where he's training. It's like big money too, but he's putting some plans together. Gary Roberts training a lot of young athletes. Gary Roberts is so incredible. Probably stay home with my family and watch. Let's see. The Leafs played atrocious in front of Steelers tonight. They owe Steelers a better game. They do. You got to play much better in front of him. You got to help your goaltender. They did not help him out at all. Loved Wade Belak. Yes, Wade Belak, RIP for sure. It's the problem. A lot of those types of players all had issues, right? And they all, unfortunately passed too soon. But Wade Belak, one of those guys, talk about standing up for your teammates. He did that a lot. Let's see. McGillney, isn't he retired? Yes, Alex McGillney, long retired. Alex McGillney going into the Hockey Hall of Fame. Funny story, Alex McGillney lived near a family friend of ours. And so I got to hear some funny stories about Alex McGillney. Maybe I'll share those one day. Alexander skates up the ice. Gretzky in the rafters, looks through the scope. Oh my goodness. Gretzky, I give Gretzky all kinds of credit. Last year when Ovechkin was chasing him, was looking to beat him, Wayne was probably he was probably a little frustrated, right? Didn't think anyone would beat his scoring record. And, he put on a good, happy face. He did the thing. He knew what was best for the league. And so I give Gretz a whole lot of kudos for what he did and putting on a good face and doing the best for the league and celebrating with Ovechkin. So that was kind of cool. See, my Devils, baby. It's Brian going with those Devils. Love the Devils. All right. Hey, Skill, what's going on? What's your opinion on the World Series? Listen, I was a Blue Jays guy. I thought it was the best World Series I've ever seen. I'm proud of the Blue Jays. Congrats to the Dodgers, but I think it was the best World Series I've seen in a long time. Hey, John, welcome in. Never have to apologize. Hope, how's it going? That's okay. Hurricanes destroyed Jamaica. Fighting for signal. Hope, just make sure you're doing okay, all right? Take care of yourself. Be safe. Be safe. All right, let's get set. Let's get ready to go. Chief, what do you think of the Red Wings make the playoffs this year? They have a very good shot. The Red Wings were kind of one of my bubble teams. They've surprised me how well they started this season, I'll be honest with you. Springer Dinger got a Silver Slugger. Yeah, congrats to Springer. That was pretty sweet, getting the Silver Slugger award. Top 3 Jays players, Barger, Clement, Vladdy. I can't argue with that. Clement and Vladdy definitely there. I was a big Barger fan as well. I can't disagree with that. All right, let's get ready. Period number 3 is about to start. No sign of Scott Laughton. He took that high hit from Big Z, who kind of rocked him in the head. So Scott Laughton, will we see him return at some point? Here we go. Third period underway. Puck is dropped. Toronto going to flip this one down in the corner. Who scored the third goal for Toronto? It was JT, John Tavares. This is going to play down. It's a 1-goal Boston lead. 4-3 is the score. 20 minutes to go. 6 comeback wins for Toronto this season is number 1 in the NHL. Well tied for first. This is going to be played down in the corner. Toronto going to cycle it around the boards. Michelli, head up. He's going to pass this to the middle to Ekman-Larsson. Larsson with a dangle. He's going to roll this into the Boston zone. Matthews going in here after it. Can the Leafs get another goal? Yes, they can. Here comes Pasternak. Leafs have to play a better defensive period. They're going to bring this into the slot. Boston passing it to the corner. Ekman-Larsson can't get there. Boston behind the net to Pasternak. He curls around, still with it. Now he centers it, bobbles the pass. Toronto going to play it up. Here's Matthews. His dangle gets blocked. Boston going to flip this in the corner. McCabe is coming back in after it. Hey, Krista, how's it going? Welcome in. You should be proud. They outplayed the absolutely Yoko. I am super proud of what the Blue Jays did this year. They surpassed my expectations for sure. Behind the net, Ekman Larson going to pick it up, going to chip this to the line. Nylander gets this one out just over. Second effort trying to hit Nyes. That one misses. And this is going to be icing against the Maple Leafs. Take a little sip. Cheers if you're just coming in. Welcome to the party. Cheers, everybody. All right, let's go. Bobby Mack to tie it up. By the way, there's our link tree. You'll see our link tree. You can find all of our social media by clicking on the link tree. Follow us on Insta, follow us on X, follow us all the way around. This is going to be played up. Boston bringing it right back into the Leafs zone. Leafs trying to play this one across, comes in front. Big chance there, and Boston couldn't capitalize. Tavares going to bring this one out, hits the red line, chips it in the corner. Nick Robertson going in here after it. He overskates it. This coming to the line. Boston going to slow it down. Now they're going to look to bring this up. Hey there, Jane. Calling Willie to score. Matthew, how's it going? Leafs don't need Marner. Blue Jays don't need Ohtani. I don't think they do. This back around Boston in their own zone. Peak is going to look. Boston coming back to help him out, get open for the pass. Back over to Peak, going to start to work it up. Hey, Rez, welcome in. Time to get this going, boys. Let's do it. Let's do it. Randolph, how's it going? Still celebrating those Dodgers. Toronto going to flip this one up to Domi. Domi leaving it here. And Benoit going to dump this one in, trying to cut it off on the far side of the ice. They can't do it. Domi putting some pressure, going around behind the net. Domi coming over. Can't get there in time. Boston working it up. Over the red line. Working hard, and Benoit takes a big bump. Comes into the Leafs zone. Up to Domi. Max going to play this one back. Leafs are going to change it up. McCabe standing still. He's going to flip it over to Nick Waugh. Waugh with a nice little move. Waugh bringing it into the zone. Going to pass this one back. Almost intercepted by Pasternak. He was almost off to the races. My goodness. Hey, Felix. Good to see you. Welcome in. The Rough Riders are going. So we got a Rough Rider Montreal Grey Cup coming up next weekend. This around behind. Boston playing it to the blue line. Little dance. Boston keeping it in. Little chip shot. Nice stop here. Toronto going to bring it across. Michelli, a long dump. Skate Joshua. He's going to get it. Zadarov up on him. And he's going to win that battle. Going to come it around, and Boston going to get this one out of the zone. Bobby Mack putting it right back in to the line. Tavares can't hold, and this comes back, and Toronto going to change it up again. Come on, Nyes, Willie, let's go. Yeah, if it's Saskatchewan, Montreal, I'm taking Saskatchewan. Robertson cutting back. Robertson digging, centering in front. It's there. And Robertson, what a move. Tavares just couldn't pull the trigger. Bobby Mack back to the point. Here's a long shot. That one's going to sail just wide. Tom, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. All right, Prep, have a good one. Thanks for everything, my friend. I was hoping for Hamilton, BC, since they haven't met since 85. I'm surprised Hamilton lost to Montreal. I really am. Tavares in over the line. He's going to put this one in. Line changes still taking place. 5 minutes gone here in this third period. Really should learn players' uniforms and numbers. Hey, Felix, I'm happy to answer any of your questions. Hey, Hockey Kid, welcome in. Going for the Bruins. This played it back. Toronto can't hit Nylander with the pass. Boston coming right back in, cycling around, pinned up against the boards. Swiping at it. Our next stream, by the way, will be Tuesday night. These same two teams in a rematch. Matthews going to chip it over to Riley. Riley going to play this ahead. Back in the corner for Myers. Myers going to swing, getting it up and sending this one all the way down. And right back in for Riley. Riley going to back this one up. Let's go. Time to pick it up, folks. Time to get it going. Morgan Riley. He's directing traffic. Going to pass this one up. Leafs going to break into the Bruin zone. Michelli. He looks over his shoulder, picks it up in the corner. Back up top to the point. Fanned on it. Now Ekman-Larsson sends it down. Waugh has his stick held, has to rip it away. No call by the official. My goodness, Yzerman had a whole hand of stick. Here's another shot. That one is knocked down in front. Here comes Boston back the other way. Going to dump this one in wide of the net. Coming in, shot right on, and a nice save by Hildeby. And Toronto going to get up on Zadorov, standing right out top that crease area. Oh, it wasn't Zadorov, excuse me. Yzerman. So that's going to get broken up. They're going to take a commercial break. Holy smokes. Alex McGillney, a 76-goal season when he played for the Buffalo Sabres. That was crazy. I did have a chance to see Alex McGillney play back with Pat LaFontaine in Buffalo at the old Buffalo Auditorium back in the day. That was pretty amazing. What a building. Talk about old stadiums with personality. That old Buffalo Auditorium certainly had it. Certainly had the personality. James, thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate all the gifts. Unreal. But a good start here. Leafs trying to put some effort into their game. They're working it across. Only one shot to show for it so far in the first kind of 6.5 minutes here. So got to get more pucks to the net, but their legs are going. So if they can keep the legs going, things are going to come through. Dawson, we will get some Oilers action for sure. Tonight, no, we won't be doing it tonight, but we will certainly have some Oilers coverage coming up here on the channel. Can you get my comment on who will make the playoffs in 2026? Oh, it's Brian. It's so hard to predict at this point. It's still too early. Still too early. I can't wait for Montreal versus Saskatchewan in the Grey Cup next Sunday. Yeah, Jeff, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one for sure. What are the odds that both Toronto teams come back from 3-goal difference to be both Pittsburgh teams in the same week? Oh, don't you love when those things kind of align, Mark? It's pretty funny. Hey, Adrian, welcome in. Monkey Man, how's it going? Welcome in as well. Love your coverage, even if I can't catch all the streams. Oh, Dawson, I appreciate you coming in. Thank you for the kind words. Hey, Ruben, how's it going? Go Leafs, go. My coworker wanted to see Vancouver versus Toronto. There was a 5-year waiting list for a single game. Wow, Joshua. That's crazy. 6 players scored at least 76 goals in a season. Esposito, Gretzky, Lemieux, Hull, Solani, and McGillney. There you go. That's pretty darn impressive. Only 6. That's a lot of goals. A very different period of hockey. All right, off the draw. Toronto almost stole it. They bring this one down. Pass is going to be behind. Dingling is Matthews, and he played it back in front. Matthews, he came in with a nice move. This is going to be played back. Carlo going to put this one across to Riley. On the move, Riley cutting towards the middle. Going to flip this one up. Down in, digging. Over, around. Riley trying to go over, and again, Boston going to play this one down. Toronto's got to get in the zone a little bit harder. Domi looking, some slashing going on. We thought we might get another tilt, but they get separated and they go off. Toronto bringing this into the Boston zone. Coming up the middle, a shot. Nice little stop and a great move by Joshua. Nice little play coming through. Back around Michelli. He's working hard on the sideboards. Michelli getting pushed off the puck. Digging in here is Joshua now. Joshua and Waugh working behind the net. Centering up top, Ekman-Larsson shoots. Great save by Swayman. Joshua back up to Joshua. Over to Ekman-Larsson. He's going to send this one down. Waugh behind the net to Michelli, and it hops over his stick. To the line, it's kept in. Down low in the corner. Toronto has Boston reeling right now. Shooting right on. And a big save here. And that's going to draw a whistle and give Boston a chance to change it up. Good shift. Good shift. A bunt. Got a bunt. Matthews tried to play it between his legs. and he tried to feed it back into the slot. He couldn't, but Joshua coming close, cutting towards the middle. And boy, a nice little shift here by the Maple Leafs third line. And they came close a couple of times. So great shifts. Got to keep it going. 12-18 to go. Keep it working, Leafs. Keep it working. That was a great shift. Off the draw, Tavares. He loses it. Nylander going to pinch along the boards. Willie spinning, gives it to JT. JT cycling back over. JT trying to cut towards the middle, had it poked off his stick. Toronto's going to dump it in, but they got to tag up. They turn. Robertson and Nylander back in after it. Boston going to go air up top, sending it all the way down the ice. Back over in the corner. Boston keeps it in. Shot. That goes wide. Carlo chipping this one out. And it's going to go into the Maple Leaf bench, so we're going to get a whistle and bring this back. The Leafs version of the tilted cap, flipping the sweater inside out. The Tom, it's too much effort. It takes too long. We can turn the hat. We can turn this one backwards. We'll turn it around. Oh, my goodness. Yes, I have chocolate to love it. Oh, I tell you, the best and the worst thing about Halloween being recently is all the chocolate we have in the house now. It's so addictive. No, I don't really think Calvin Pickard is a long-term starter. He's a solid backup. I don't think he's a long-term starting goaltender, though. Not in this league. Jackson, how's it going? Welcome in. Toronto going to pick this one up on the boards. They're going to flip it out. Lorentz up on it quickly, digging it right at the Leafs blue line. Comes to Benoit. He's going to put this one across. Toronto got to get the legs moving right now. Here they go. Domi. He's going to carry this one in. Domi, little toe drag with a shot. That one's going to go high. Keeping it in is McCabe over on the far side. Back over to Domi. Back to Domi. Domi walking out of the corner, shooting right on, and a nice save here by Swayman. And Domi, he's going to get all tied up. One glove, two gloves are off. Domi throwing some uppercuts at Yzerman, but the linesmen are getting in there. Jeannot wants a piece of Domi. Yzerman had no interest in dropping the gloves. Domi got the gloves off, and he got a couple of shots in. And he's screaming at the referee now. He doesn't think he deserves a penalty. Let's see what they do here. Yzerman did not drop his gloves. So Domi gets taken out by Yzerman. A couple of cross checks. And there's a lot of rough stuff going on here. Boston with some extra little shots. And Domi finally had enough at it. And so he throws a couple uppercuts. Jeannot was trying to get at Domi. So 2 minutes each for roughing. That's all they get. 2 minutes each for roughing. So Domi gets a couple of shots in. He's happy he got a couple shots in, but not happy that Boston is getting away with a lot of extra stuff, shall we say. A couple extra cross checks when guys are down. That one, the helmet came off, and the Boston player continued to play with the helmet off, which should be a penalty. So let's see. Right now they have 2 minutes on the board for a Boston power play. So is that going to be the case? I believe it should not. It should be even now. Okay, now it is. They take it off. It's going to be 4-on-4. Hey, Bose, how's it going? Welcome in.
They got 4-on-4 now. Okay. The ref originally had said 5-on-5. After that double line.
Let's go.
Former Senator. And here's Fraser Benson. Shows you the confidence they have in the youngster.
All right, Boston picking it up. 4-on-4 hockey. Trying to curl this one around. Sharp angle shot hits the side of the net. Back up top to the point. Cross ice. Boston with this first possession. Going to bring this one back down around behind the net. And they're going to leave it here for Morgan Riley. Riley going to start to bring this one up. Here they come. Tavares up over the line. Tavares cycling himself back, going to drop it off here for Nylander. Willie kind of got tied up, didn't know if he should go inside or outside. Willie and Pasternak, they're battling each other, and these are two friends. Tavares comes away, and he gets pulled down. No call. 3-on-2. Oh, my goodness. Another non-call as Tavares, breaking towards the net, gets pulled right off his feet. Unbelievable. Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, we're having a good time here tonight. Paulo the Buck, are you on drugs? If you're going to make a comment, at least make it intelligent. This down around in the corner. Trying to bring this one out. McCabe dumping it down in the corner. Matthews with it. Matthews cycling around. Matthews dropping it here. Taking a look around. McCabe, he has his pass intercepted. And this is going to come out of the zone. Toronto turning it around. 13 seconds of the 4-on-4 hockey. Boston, a long pass up. Going to turn this one. Here comes the Bruins. Into the Leaf zone. A little toe drag and a shot. That one's going to go wide. And that's going to be deflected up and out of play. Hey, Beverly. Good to see you. Beverly, big congrats to everybody. So happy to hear all the good stuff. But big plays, big plays. Go, Leafs, go. Got to pick it up. That's right, Tony. One more. They'll get there. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Come on, because beer makes me. No, Varias. It's all good. Good to see you. Varias. Boston and Florida always seem to find tolerant officials, right, Mark? That was bad. How do you feel about Vladdy wearing those jerseys to the World Series? I think it's cool, John. I like to see kind of the cross-pollination of sports teams, right? I like to see the teams supporting each other. I love that he wore the Marie-Philippe Poulin jersey. That was classy. That was a real nice move. So I love it. I have no problem with it at all. I think it's very, very cool. Listen, the World Series, like any playoff series, is so stressful. So if the players can have a little bit of fun, if the players can relax a little bit and do something cool like wear another team's jerseys, I'm all for it. I think it's great. Hey, Fred, welcome in. Go Leafs, go. Go Leafs, go. All right, let's spice it up a little bit. Hey, Dallas, welcome in. Whoever you are cheering for. And we see a couple people putting go Leafs, go Bruins, go. Hey, Blue Car, drop it in. Let's go for the next kind of minute. Spam that chat. Go Leafs, go Bruins, go. Fan takeover time. Who's taking this one? Drop it in. Go Leafs, go Bruins, go. Let's go. Go NHL, go. Sweet, very political of you. Let's go, Willie. Go Leafs, go Leafs, go Leafs. Leaf fans are taking it over. Hey, Bella, how's it going? Double D, go Leafs. Go Sharks, Tom says. Go Leafs, go Leafs. Love it. All right, here we go. 1 second left of the 4-on-4. Hey, Jeff, that's okay. No, you're good. Off the draw. This is going to come out, turning it around. Bobby Mack setting it up. 4-on-4 is now over. 9 minutes to go. We're at even strength. Here we go. That's a great idea, Mark. Follow it up. Put those wave hands in the chat. Our virtual wave. Let's get it going. Get those wave hands flowing. Bringing it around. Toronto trying to bust in. Simon Benoit tied up there with his man. And it's Vile getting all tied up. This coming around again. Boston playing it up the middle. Benoit has to go back. 8.5 to go now. Over to McCabe. McCabe to Michelli. Michelli going to curl. Here comes Michelli. Over the red line. Dumps this one in. Matthews going in here after it. He's going to get pinned up against the boards. Over to Nyes. Nyes with it now. Plays this back up top. Riley setting it just wide of the net. Hits the back of the net on the bounce off the boards. Over to Matthews with a wraparound. Digging at it. And a nice stop here. Swayman pinned up to the post as Matthews goes for the wraparounds. Hey, Danny, welcome in. I'm cheering for next season. Holy smokes. Liked it as well. I hope Vladdy is in the stands for the first group soccer match in Canada. That would be pretty cool. That would be very, very cool. Oh, Danny or Brennan, when the trolls come out, it's crazy. All right, off the draw. Boston wins this one. They're going to back it up. 8 minutes to go here in the third period. Back with it. Going to play it up. Boston intercepts. Long pass too far out of the reach of Arvidsson. Morgan Riley going to turn with it. Riley going to leave it here for Willie. Nylander. He's going to curl up a little backhand right in on Swayman. He's going to bump this one out to the side to Lindholm. Plays it around behind the net. Boston peak. He's going to look back over to Lindholm. Here's a long pass up the middle. Boston tips it, so no icing. Hildeby comes out, going to play it over to Morgan Riley. If you missed it, Stolarz pulled out of this game, and Hildeby came in, and he's looked okay so far. Here comes Tavares, 7.5 to go. Tavares into the zone, plays it off the boards, trying to get it back to Robertson. Can't. He's all tied up. Robertson with a stick lift, keeping it in. Ekman-Larsson bobbled it. Robertson diving. He loses it. Here comes Boston. Here's a shot. Nice save. Peaky coming through, and Hildeby with a nice save, standing up. This back around in the corner. Boston still with it, driving. Back to the point. Zadorov passing it up with a shot. That one is knocked aside. Still working it through. Comes out in front. Robertson going to settle it down. Elects to skate with it. Robbie fanned on it. Turns this one over to Pasternak. Pasternak coming in. Here's a shot. Big save. Hold that. And he does. My goodness. We got everybody pushing and shoving it right in front of Hildeby. Pasternak and Tavares are tied up. McCabe is giving shots at somebody. Robertson has his gloves wrapped around somebody. Fraser Minton is kind of getting tied up with Bobby McMahon. And Zadorov right in there. Zadorov and McCabe having some conversations. Ekman-Larsson kind of in the goaltender spot in the crease. A couple bad plays here by Nick Robertson. And that has not been like him this season, but yikes. Not good play there. Pasternak coming in with a great opportunity. Takes the shot, and Hildeby takes it off the blocker, bobbles it. He covers it up, and Geeky comes flying right in. And then everybody came in. Hey, Aaron, how's it going? Welcome in, Irving. Caroline, hello there. First time back. Good to have you back. Thanks for being here. Pushing and shoving. Everything's getting it going. If you're just coming in and joining us today, we're so close to 200 likes. If you haven't hit the like yet, smash that like. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe as well. We'd love for you to hang out with us all hockey season. Whether you're a Leaf fan, a Bruins fan, hang out with us. We're going to have some fun, especially when it comes to playoffs. Face off just outside the Leaf zone. Because the defense came in, the face-off comes outside. Hey, Mega, welcome in. Toronto's going to win this draw. Long pass going to be deflected in. Joshua racing in here the corner. 6.5 to go. Domian as well. Can't catch up to it. Boston using the boards well. Long pass coming up. Bruins driving towards the net. Puck gets shoveled into the corner. Riley holding it up here, getting it over to Mermis. No, Boston strips away. Side of the net. Great work here by Kostelic. Kostelic with amazing work. Jeannot coming over. Back to the point. Here's a blast and a big stop. 93.5 miles an hour by Asprot. This back in front. They're digging. Riley can't clear, and this is going to go just wide again. Bruins all over Toronto in their own zone here. The bottom six for Boston is having a heck of a hockey game. Fraser Minton working it. Cycling it around behind the net. Picked up. Kostelic in front. A little stick lift. Toronto going to pick it up. Joshua going to play this to the boards, and they're going to go switch it up. Joshua still watching his man. Bringing this one around. Here comes Boston. A big reach. Takes the puck away. Knives with a heads-up play. Over to Ekman-Larsson. He's looking heads up. Going to tip this one in the corner. Knives racing in here after it. Swayman stopped it and left it up there. Toronto can't hold it in. Now Nylander does. His pass brought down by Matthews. Here's a sharp angle shot going nowhere. That's deflected over to the other side. Bringing this one back across. Toronto cycling. Matthews in the corner. Shoveling in front. Nylander. Where is it? There it is. Behind the net. Nobody saw it for a second. And Boston going to clear this one all the way down. Racing back. And that's going to be an icing call on the Boston Bruins. 5:02 to go here in period number 3. Toronto down by 1. Holy smokes. Yikes, that's right. Leafs, excuse me, Leafs won the division last year. But again, remember, it was a little bit of a sluggish start. John, right now it's free agency. We're waiting to see what the Blue Jays do in free agency. Hey, Matthew, welcome in. So it's officially the baseball off season. Boston off the draw, going to play this one down. It's a race for it. Yzerman getting back there. Over to McCabe. McCabe going to turn it around. Long pass for Bobby Mack. That missed, but it goes right on net. Swayman going to clear it up. Robertson steals. Couldn't put it around behind him. Robertson behind the net. Plays it out to McCabe with a shot right on. And a nice save. I agree, Joshua. I like Josh Naylor a lot. Bo Bichette is a free agent. That's right. They did offer him a qualifying offer. Danielle, yes, I am from Canada. I am from Toronto. I was actually at the Scotiabank Arena yesterday for a skate. And we got to hang out, met some of the great legends of the Maple Leafs. Got to talk with Wendell Clark. Wendell actually helped us out with our opening today, which was pretty darn cool. And yeah, thank you, Wendell, for that. Of course, thanks Doug Gilmore as well. Daryl Sittler was there. Rick Vive was there. It was pretty cool to see a lot of the awesome folks. So we will have a video coming up of that. We also got ourselves a treasure chest. It's hard to see because of the way the camera picks it up. A treasure chest from the Toronto Maple Leafs and Real Sports. And in this box, it contains an autographed jersey. It contains an autographed puck. And it contains an autographed 8x10. So if you want to see what we got, you'll have to wait until we put the video up to see our unboxing, and you'll see what we got, and we'll get your comments whether you think it's some good polls or not. But yeah, we are from Toronto. We are true Toronto fans through and through. And surprisingly, yesterday, DVP wasn't so bad. The Don Valley Parkway was not so bad. I was shocked on how long it took us to get there. Very short. And it was pretty quick to come home. Worst part, though, was getting out of the Scotiabank Arena area from Bremner Street onto the Gardner was a bit of a nightmare. Did you like my original 6 joke? Ian, yeah, I did about the pictures. I thought it was great. In the 70s, my school played baseball against the Leafs. Sittler, March of Dimes. Oh, very cool. That's awesome. Hey, Ryan, how's it going? Welcome in. Hockey goalie, what's up? Welcome in as well. You need John to score. Come on, Johnny. 4:39 to go here in the third period. Let's go, Leafs go. Let's do it. Not so bad. It's a Christmas miracle. Here's a shot right off the draw. Rebound. They score. No, they're waving it off. Nylander put it in. The referee right away is waving it off. And the play still goes on. They didn't even blow the whistle. It must have hit the post. And this is going to get cleared all the way down. No icing call. We'll have to review this. The Leafs thought it was tied. The horn went up. Here comes Matthews. His shot. Great glove save by Swayman. And this is going to be played out. So Nylander thought he scored. And it's going to get blown down with a high score. Let's get a replay. Guys in the truck. The referee says this did not go in. Off the face-off. What? I still don't see how this will. Oh my goodness. He hit the crossbar in the post on the right side. He missed off the face-off. It hit the net. It comes out. He shoots. It hits the crossbar in the right post. It goes crossbar post and then right back out. Unbelievable. And the fans are saying it's in, but the replay they just showed on the TV, it looks like it hits crossbar post. So I don't think this is in. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Slow it down for me so my old eyes can see. No, this is not in. No, it does not cross the line. This is no goal. Peter, thank you so much for hitting that subscribe. Welcome to the channel. Be like Peter, light that lamp, hit that subscribe button for us. Become part of the community. It's free to do, and it helps us out so much. I'm sad as well. Great shot by Nylander, but yeah, this goes crossbar, post, and out. So good try. Nylander trying to sell it by putting his stick up, trying to sell the goal. He had Swayman beat, but just hit the post and the crossbar. So no goal, face off in the Maple Leaf zone. 4:10 remaining here in the third period. That was close. Hey, Kent, how's it going? Welcome in. Don, hello there. Thank you so much, Don. I appreciate it. Hopefully it stays that way. As a Yankees fan, I was happy I'm sure, Brian, I'm sure. Gonna play this one out. Hildeby giving it to Domi. Domi across. 4 minutes to go. Wah bringing this one in. Wah back up to Ekman Larson. Ekman Larson. He loses the puck. What are you doing? He just stopped. Gave it to Pasternak. Plays this one across all the way down. McCabe, look out. He stops. Geeky takes it away from him. Oh my goodness. This line is not making some good decisions. Here's a quick shot. Nice stop here by Hildeby. Bruins all over this third line. Got to get him off the ice. This third line is struggling tremendously right now. Taking it away. Switch. 3:25 to go. 3:25. Aramoon, what's going on? Welcome in. Hey, Juan. How's it going? Thank you, Steven, for the follow. Appreciate it. DVP, not so bad. It's like finding a 6-leaf clover, right? Boston going to bring this one up. 3:11 to go here. GT going with those Habs. Boston stealing another giveaway. Cross shooting. They score. That's going to put it away. 5-3 Bruins, and it's Fraser Minton who's going to get the goal. Fraser Minton puts this one in. My goodness. Zachariah coming in with the subscribe. Thank you, Zach. Oh, my goodness. Fraser Minton gets the goal. As Toronto thought they had one, Nylander hits the post in the crossbar. Terrible play by the third line. Boston able to bring this one in, and Fraser Minton all alone puts this one in. Kostelic to Minton. Hildeby power slides across, and he goes down. He leaves the entire top of the net wide open. Wow. Bad defensive play again. 6 points this season, 5 in the last 7 games for Fraser Minton. And with 3 minutes left to go, the Leafs down by 2. Here's a long pass for Nyes trying to spring him. That is an incomplete pass. No icing, however. Toronto trying to pinch this one in. Give it across to Riley. They don't. They go down to an open corner where nobody is there. Bad decision-making by the Maple Leafs here today has been a brutal end of their streak. Empty net here for the Leafs. They've pulled the goalie. 2.5 minutes to go. 6-on-5 situation. Here comes Matthews dumping this one, and let's see if they make some better passing decisions. They turn it over, and Bruins going to clear this one all the way down the ice. That should be icing, and it is with 2:15 to go. 2:15. Islanders beat the Rangers 5-0. Wow, that's bad. James, thank you so much for all those roses. Multi-Monkey, how's it going? Still waiting. Still waiting. Carolyn, at least you got to be there. At least you got to see it. At least you got to see it. Way to go, Fraser Minton. I'm excited. I mean, what a terrible trade that was. Fraser Minton, a first-round pick for Brendan Carlo. Horrible trade. That was one I wish we did not make. Bringing it back to the point. Nylander across. One-timer. That's going to be deflected high off the blocker. Behind the net, Toronto trying to shovel it in front. You got 3 Leafs, and we got a penalty for interference. You had 3 Leafs behind the goal line and a power play coming up here for Toronto. So it's going to be a 6-on-4 situation. Lindholm is going to go. So somebody who's very important to the Bruins penalty kill is going to go. So big battles here. So here comes Toronto. Let's go. 2:05 to go. Holding the stick is the call. It's not done yet, Ian, but it's looking that way. Hey, Patoli, welcome in. Juan, I said hello to you, but welcome again, Juan. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for subbing. Here comes Tavares. He's set to go. Our man, how's it going? Change the defense. Yeah, defense has not been good. Tavares loses this draw tonight. Boston trying to shoot for the empty net. It's knocked down. They get the puck back. They're going to play it ahead. A shot towards the empty net. Blocked here by Nylander. And Tavares going to leave this one back. Toronto going to set it up. Curl 1:47 to go. Nylander slowly crawling this one all the way in. Shooting, has it knocked down. Puck comes to Domi. Domi feeding it to Ekman Larsson. Ekman Larsson. He's going to play this to Tavares. He's facing the wrong way. JT now turns around, setting it down low. Bounce pass into the slot. Shooting, that's blocked. And they're going to clear. This is not going to be on net, but it's going to be down in the corner. Skate, you bum. You got 1:20 to go. They're lollygagging it out here. Here comes Toronto. Nylander. He's going to bring this one in. Feeds it over to Domi. Pass was behind him. Domi, a quick move, keeping this one in. Back to Willie. Willie to the point. Ekman Larsson. 1 minute to go. Here's Domi across. One-timer. Great save. Rebound. They can't get another shot. Last minute of play. Matthews down low. Tavares walking in. That shot's going to be deflected up. Oh, it stays in. It didn't go out. They come out again. Another whack at it. Domi a whack at it. Everybody whacking at it. It's a rugby scrum in the crease. And the goaltender is down on top of it. Swayman doing an excellent job as the Maple Leafs are pouring it on, but they just cannot get it through. Yeah, Tony, Montreal doing well. Montreal out to a great start. Swayman, just really good movement, really good lateral movement here tonight. Domi in front, Swayman in the splits, feels it, kind of hit his leg, squeezes those legs. Puck did come loose, but the whistle was blown. Cam, thank you for subbing. Zachariah as well. Come over to the Habs. Dan, I can't do it. I can't do it. Been a Leaf fan, born and raised my whole life. Here a whack, there a whack, everybody whack, whack. John, that's awesome. So timeout called by Toronto. They're going to discuss what they're going to attempt to do. Our man, listen, Boston has won 5 in a row. So they might be rebuilding, trying to find their identity, but they're on a hot streak right now. Silly goose, what's going on? Quack, quack. Boston has won 5 games in a row coming into this game. Yeah, what kind of wings to order? Anwar, thank you for subbing up. Welcome to the community. Clear the track. Here comes Eddie. I wish. He needed a few games to warm up. Boston going to win this draw. And they're going to shoot it all the way down the ice again. No icing call because they have a penalty. Picking it up, 35 seconds to go. Nylander going to carry this one up. Going to drop it off at the point. And again, they cannot put it in. Boston going to clear again all the way down the ice. Horrific playing by the Leafs here in the last 5 minutes. Here comes Matthews up over the line. His pass is going to be broken up. Wall with it now. Back to Nylander. Quick shot. That's deflected. Still in the corner. 7 seconds to go. Boston's going to win 6 in a row. 3 seconds to go. Congratulations, Bruins fans. 6 in a row, and these two teams will meet again on Tuesday. Unbelievable. Tuesday night, these two teams will meet again. The Toronto Raptors also just lost to Philly, 130-120. So a big Raptors loss. Both Toronto's team going down tonight. Oh my gosh. Not good, not good. Let's run through this one real quick. Your goal scorers. Nick Robertson opened up the scoring, his 4th on the power play from Domi and Riley. That was very quickly, about 15 or 16 seconds later. Morgan Geekie scored his 11th from Lori. And then about 20 seconds after that, Victor Arvidsson scored his 5th, unassisted, on a turnover. That was terrible. Outer Void, how's it going? Welcome in. Congrats. Matthias Michelli picks up his 4th from Waugh and Riley. In the second period, Isamont on the power play gets his 4th from Kudishinov and Lori. Pasternak gets his 8th from Lindholm and Geekie. Tavares on the power play gets his 8th from Nylander and Ekman Larson. And then in the third period, Fraser Minton gets his 3rd from Kestelik. Overall, if we flip this, there we go. If we flip this one over, it is going to be 39 shots for Boston, 33 for Toronto. Toronto, the whole game was ahead like 54%, 56% in the faceoff circle. Boston crushed them in the third period. They actually win at 51.6% to Toronto's 48%. Toronto goes 2 for 4 on the power play. Boston goes 1 for 1. 26 hits for Toronto, 22 for Boston. 10 block shots for Toronto, 12 for Boston. The story of this game, outside of some poor defense, is giveaways. 25 giveaways. 25 giveaways for the Maple Leafs. Boston didn't do too shabby themselves. 21 giveaways. So you can't do that if you want to win hockey games. Yeah, Joey, the Panthers, they're going to be in trouble. You lose 2 of your superstars for long periods of time, and that's going to mess with your team. No doubt. That's the thing about hockey, right? If you get some injuries, it can really mess up your season. Hey, Rob, thanks so much. Appreciate the kind words. Sienna, welcome in. Sam, I sub, love the stuff, dude. Ian, thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see you on Tuesday for the Leafs and Bruins, the rematch. King, what's going on? As long as Panthers get eliminated ASAP. That's funny. I love that there's no love for the Panthers. Poor Pasta, bro, is going to be on this team for so long. They're mediocre. Hopefully they can build enough to finally give him an Ovechkin-esque career. I don't think they will. But listen, Boston is a solid team. Yes, they had to make some serious changes, but they're starting to see the emergence of some of their young studs, which is, it is a big deal when you get a chance to have that happen. When you take a look tonight, David Pasternak, sure, he played 18 and a half minutes. He had a goal. He was +2. He had 7 shots on net. Pavel Zacha played 15 and a half, didn't have as much success. Morgan Geekie, he only played 15 minutes today, only had 3 shots, but he had a goal and an assist for 2 points and a +2. And Morgan Geekie has been absolutely crushing it this season. He's amongst the goal leaders. He's now tied. Geekie is now tied with Carter Gauthier from the Ducks and Sidney Crosby for most goals in the league. So Boston is getting some performance from their top guys, as they should. Some youngsters starting to perform as well. So a nice game by the Boston Bruins. Not so much a nice game by the Maple Leafs. Boston already looked better than last year. Carl, they do. They do for sure, and it's a big thing. It was a good game. Would have been better if we won. Fights were fun to watch. Fights are always fun to watch. Brew better keep the Leafs after the Scotiabank place empties for bag skates. That's the problem. When we look at how this game ended, I gotta find a better screen to put up here on the end. But how this one ended, when you look at it, turnovers, major problem tonight. Defensive effort, major problem tonight. And again, with all the giveaways is a big problem. In the defensive end, their defensive coverage was a big problem. Their decisions, very bad decision making tonight. So hopefully they will turn around and get that sorted out. It's a long season. I'm not panicking yet. I think they will figure out a way of sorting it out. They certainly can get through it, no doubt, but it's going to take a solid effort all the way around. I want to thank you so much for watching along with us. Again, we will be live on Tuesday for the rematch, Bruins and the Maple Leafs. Hopefully you'll come back and join us for that. Tell your friends, tell your family, this is the place to be and have some fun for Maple Leaf hockey. Thank you, mods, for everything you do. Thank you to all the donos tonight. We appreciate all the activity, the super chats. One's Mark, I Can Prep, D, thank you so much. James for the gifts, Jelly Beans, Rocky, thank you so much. Function, appreciate the galaxy. Magoo and Cypress and Official, thank you all so very, very much. This was a lot of fun tonight. Juan, we'll see you later. Take care. Definitely, yeah, Lucas, it was not a good one. It was not a good one, but we'll get him back. Sonny, take care. We'll see you later. Have an amazing night. For those watching the Oiler Avalanche game, enjoy. I'm going to go see if I can catch the Panther Ducks game, because that's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see you on Tuesday. Have a great Sunday, a great start to your week. We'll see you later. Again, my name is Sam, and I am out of here. Good night, everybody. Love ya.